aren't. That's my bad. I'm so
I
sorry.
mean, it's not the worst thing. This isn't a landlord stream.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi,
Yeah, but I mean, I
guys.
guess
Hi,
they can
everyone.
they can
Well,
read
we heard
us.
now.
I get to say again how much I hate landlords.
True.
Are we
Yeah.
good?
Yeah.
We good?
Also, Alex, mine
Yes.
and Rowan's captions aren't coming up on stream by the looks of it.
Rowan's yes, yours aren't. I don't know
Rowan's
why.
are.
Yeah. Send me
Well,
back.
Weird.
Send me back your thing, but on the Roll20, not on the Discord, because otherwise.
Mine, you want mine or Jordan's?
Jordan's. I think yours are good.
Yeah, mine
still
is showing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just can't see. I just can't see Jordan's.
Sorry, chat, for Andrew's caption. We had a little bit of a
Yep.
My
Technical
caption
problem.
decided to not work today.
Yeah,
I'm sorry
so-
about that, but
Yeah.
We
just
will
said no.
never forgive you. Never
I
forgive
followed the
you.
instructions that Prue made and everything. Prue made a wonderful, like, easy to follow document, and my idiot computer just doesn't have those buttons on it.
Yeah.
It's on Twitter, and if you stream, you should definitely go and find it because it's really useful and really well laid out. And Prue worked very hard to put it together.
Yes.
So if you stream, go do it. It's super easy.
It's
100%.
really
Very
great.
easy to do, and it makes your streams a lot more accessible, which is wonderful and lovely.
So yeah.
Which is what we
Yeah.
want.
And secondary thing, the memes.
But we're
Oh
only
yeah,
gonna
the
be-
memes is a
we're
big
only
part of
gonna
it.
be 5-6 accessible because my computer says so. Are we done with things working, chat? Are we ready to intro the stream?
I think so. We are in the stream.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Are you ready, chat?
Are you ready,
Better
chat?
be.
Oh, I need to energize.
You need to energize. I bought a Monster Energy and it's disgusting, and I'm so sad I did it.
Being a child, I have a mug of milk.
Oh yes, Rowan, I love you.
Ew.
Rowan, yes,
Okay, tell me.
yes,
Don't
Rowan. No,
fuck
don't
off
say
with that
you.
ew.
Maggie, do not. How dare you say you? You to
Just a
you.
glass of milk.
So what? So what?
Yeah.
Huh? So what? It's great.
Mm.
It's amazing.
Good
It's
for
great.
your bones.
Y'all nasty.
Get
Add
for your
some asterisks
bones.
to it, and then we're good.
Okay, Jordan's captions are working now.
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
I made them work. Magic.
All right. In that case, hey everyone, welcome back here to Chasing Tales. Now you've got
Where
those
nothing
little
works.
hiccups out of the way. Welcome back. If you're new to us, welcome for the first time. If you've been here before, thanks for returning. We are going to be delving back into our regular weekly D&D homebrew adventure here in the homebrew world, my little baby, of Evanthos, with the wonderful Soulguard. So, without further ado, let me bring up my notes about how to do intros. There's like 2 lines, but I will forget them every time. Beep, bap, boop. No, I'm just clicking everything wrong. There we go.
Let me just quieten the birds.
Silence the avian threat, Maggie.
The avian threat.
Equally what I've been waiting for. Silence
Righty.
of the bird.
The
Don't let them
silence
hear
of the
you, they'll
bird.
Fly into my bedroom and kill me.
Because you're a little princess, and they come to you. Anyways, if you are
Eyes.
if you are new to us, welcome. We are Chasing Tales. We're a UK-based TTRPG channel. We have a bunch of different shows. Every other Monday, we have variety TTRPGs. Sometimes one-shot, sometimes one-page RPGs, sometimes other things. On Sundays, we play Cyberpunk Red, run by the wonderful Jack. On Sundays. On Thursdays, we play D&D, and that's what you're here to see now. Now, before we get into recaps and picking up the show, I want to do our traditional thank you. One, to the ambient whooshing sound in the background, and it's provided by Sword Coast Soundscapes. You can find them on Twitter, on YouTube, and everything else like that. They make wonderful ambient, fancy music, ambience, and sounds and things, and they're all freely available. So, a massive thank you to you to making those and making them available. They're really, really cool. And a second thank you and just show of love and appreciation to our friends at the Cognitive Merchant. They make wonderful handmade leather and vegan leather, dice bags, dice cups, dice trays, a LARP leather armor, wizard hats? Question mark. They have. Is the sale still on Etsy?
Yes.
You should go there to the
Yes.
Etsy. Go to the website cognitivemerchant.co.uk and
You
check
can
out
have
their
your
links.
own dice bag.
So look at those beautiful things.
They're
Look
so
at them.
Guys,
pretty.
Look.
I have like
That-
Hey,
18,
that's me.
I have like 18 sets of dice and they all fit in this bag.
I
Mm.
keep like
They
5
Wow.
sets in here.
And
5
how much
sets
more
in
can you
here
think
for
you can
every
put?
game.
They look really sexy.
Damn.
Ooh.
It's so
Wow.
sparkly on the inside.
It is. This fabric is beautiful.
Go show the Cognitive Merchant some love.
Do it.
They've just got themselves back on running, so go check out their wonderful stuff. before we get into recaps and last timey things, do you, wonderful players, have anything that you'd like to mention to our viewers before we get into tonight's episode of Chasing Tales? Mr. Alex.
Yes, I have one thing, which is for the Twitter folks. We are 1K followers, which is
We hit 1K today.
I'm sorry for the swear. No, I'm not actually. You've been on this stream. I swear all the time. Fucking thank you. What the fuck is this? I mean,
It's amazing.
what? 1K?
We are setting up a small giveaway for
A giveaway?
1K.
Do we want to say what might be happening for that, or are we keeping
Not
that
yet,
until
because
we're
I
Water.
want to keep it secret.
We will
until
gift
we
water.
announce it. So
This is what we will do.
It's cool shit.
cool shit. Yeah,
Super
we're going to be
secret.
giving away some cool stuff. So if you don't already follow us on Twitter, you should go do that, because you're going to have to be following us if you want to win any of the stuff.
Hell.
So
cool. Beep bop boop boop beep beep doop bop.
Yes, thank you,
Right.
Andrew.
So, are we ready to dive into some recaps and the game tonight?
In it.
Sure.
Alrighty, imagine the sexy animated intro video runs now, showing you beautiful depictions of the Soulguard and their adventures.
the adventure begins.
No,
We're not
we
going
That's
to
the
roll.
wrong
That's
show.
that's the wrong show. Yeah.
No, this wonderful animated trailer with a rocking soundtrack would show the Soulguard, this wonderful group of adventurers traveling through Adigan, a nation that some of them come from, but they all met within and came together to defend. Rising threats have emerged, both in the warring nation and in an evil Lich Queen enacting her plots to resurrect a petrified titan to dominate the world in undeath. It will show Maple, the red-headed gnome barbarian rogue being slain by a Nightwalker. And it will show them as they delve toward the Underdark to find their way to the elemental plane of Earth, to find diamonds to resurrect their friend, and to also find the heart of a Zaratan, an elemental creature that is part of the Lich Queen's plans to resurrecting this Titan, a plan these folks very much wish to interrupt. But, last time, having made their way to the elemental plane of Earth, the Soulguard encountered its residents, the formidable, intimidating assholes that are the Dao. These slavers, these tyrants, these almost aristocratic, bejeweled douchebags floating around this city, this town, really this kind of ragged outpost set between like a crevasse with buildings that dug into the rock itself. And they found the town in turmoil. A hunt professed as the Zaratan itself has emerged, and a festival-like chase for its bounties is soon to begin. But the leader that normally takes this role has abdicated this responsibility. Though his pleas for the outpost to give up this hunt were not accepted. A usurper, a snake, Crucible, another Dao seemingly vying for his position, has taken up this mantle, spurring the people into a frenzy and preparing to leave. You all found a guide lacking their steed, a Zorn, and also finding where the storm would be held. Ended up finding your way to the house of Crucible to steal this Zorn and to get on this hunt before the rest of this group to try and get a head start. And while you did so, you discovered you were not the only ones hunting the Zaratan. A familiar foe treks these paths, these tunnels. Surely somewhere between you and your goals, perhaps a familiar face shall show itself. But for now, you and Glower, this guide, have made your way stealthily into the entranceway of Crucible's home. Beautiful polished marble stone inlaid with beautiful patterns and filigree carvings across the walls of either side of this entryway leer out at you, hands gilded in different beautiful shining metals of gold and silver. From this vantage point, where we left off last time, you can see ahead the room splits, and off to your right you see a dining table, massive stone table and chairs laid out, beautiful kind of gold and gems, just statues of solid gold in crystalline shapes decorating the chamber. On the opposite side, almost decorative cages with humanoid figures slumped within them. But more pressingly, to your left, you see an open archway door that leads to another room, and you can see there, kind of shoulder and back to you, another Dao. Not one that you have seen particularly so far, but this one has dark, kind of dappled, dark and light grey skin, shards of like stone that comes out almost like flared shoulder spikes. You can see the back of their head is bald, but has almost like shining, like polished pebbles in the, like being pressing out from the skin. A beautiful dark green and black robe with just like you know those like beaded doorways that some ridiculous people like that, like
Yeah.
He's got like a cape of that, but it's just gold pieces, like coins, different shapes and sizes, but like a cape of these beaded coins and
Wow.
currency.
This boy rich.
This boy indeed rich.
Or bling bling. Maybe not
So-
rich, maybe full of debt. We don't know.
You can hear muffled conversation coming from the
Maybe.
side room. You see this room opens up to one side. What would you guys like to do?
Before we start, Andrew, Tal has redeemed advantage for you on the next roll.
I believe it says that you can't do advantage for the DM.
You can do advantage.
You can do
for the DM.
advantage. It's
You
just
can't-
not a crit.
You can't
Oh,
do a
okay.
crit, but you can do
Thank you very
advantage or
much.
disadvantage.
I shall
Okay.
note that down.
How much? Like I remember we rolled for stealth, right? So
You
we
did.
were
I do not
stealthing
remember
now.
what you rolled, but as far as
I
I'm
don't-
aware, they have
No, I
not
don't
noticed
remember
you.
what we rolled.
I
just
don't think we rolled yet. I think someone just cast Pass Without a Trace, and
Is
we
that
It
haven't
was
rolled
Markos.
yet.
Okay.
Markos just
Yeah, Markos-
cast that without a trace.
But
Yep.
Yeah,
we're
we hadn't
stealthing,
rolled
right?
yet.
Yeah.
I think so.
Also, in this moment of stealth, do we want to describe what we look like?
That's fine.
That would be a great idea. Yes. As you crouch down in this entryway, what do these down not see?
So I think last session we got as far as me casting Pass Without a Trace, but I don't think
Okay.
we rolled stealth
We didn't
quite
roll.
yet.
And let's do a smattering of character descriptions and then
Then some
Describe-
stealthy rolls.
and then roll for
Describe
So,
your character, and after
what
you're
the
done with
Dao-
description, then you do your stealth roll.
What the Dao may
Ooh.
or may not see is a 30-ish human man, 30-ish year old human man, average height, slim build with tan skin and black hair, a little bit of a tufty beard, who is probably crouched down with a short bow, knocked and ready. He is Markos Astreva. He is a ranger rogue and a member of the Adigani Royal Infantry Gun Scouts.
Hell yes. Jordan.
Hello, I play the wonderful boy Nute, who is a Way of the Sun Soul monk, a dwerga sitting around 3'7" bit of a small boy, but not the smallest. Has long white hair, usually pulled back into a ponytail, a wiry white beard with flecks of grass sewn in between, some fucking sick ass Elvenat tattoos going across his body, which he can keep if he wants to. And it's just ready to punch stuff.
Always
Like,
ready to
whereas
punch.
Markos is bow knocked, Nute's got his fists knocked. Part of that level.
I am playing what the Earth Elementals don't see is a dark-skinned tiefling, purple-skinned tiefling.
Tiefling?
No,
Tiefling?
fuck. Sorry, drow. Yeah, I changed race right now. No, a purple-skinned drow, bold, full of scar on the face. 2 sunglasses. No, a pair of sunglasses. A long dark blue coat and a silver armor right under. He has some gauntlets of ogre powers and a devil sword on his belt.
Oh,
And
God, I
yeah,
forgot that.
and I guess he's crouching like everyone else. Just
His pop in a squat, his thick
Yeah.
thighs putting the work in.
and no sword out yet. Just ready to cast magic, I guess.
Rowan.
So, I'm Rowan, and tonight I am playing someone that the Dao may or may not see is Hemlock. She has the look of someone who could potentially be a half-orc with the kind of elven features to her of a half-orc, half-elf. However, she also has, growing out of her long black hair, a mushroom that looks almost a bit like a hat. Her appearance changed a lot last session, so I'm just trying to work out a way to put this into good words. Yeah, so she has a black and white mushroom growing out of the top of her head that kind of sits gently on her black hair, which is braided. There is a little glowing, and then it has like a veil of white mycelia hanging down from it. There's a little glowing bracket fungus out of her right cheekbone. She has dark green skin and little tusks, big round glasses, and she walks with a staff that was carved for her by Nute, her partner. And she's a Circle of Spores druid, and she's ready to do some healing, do some hurting, and she's just here to have a good time.
Hell yeah. Lastly but never leastly, Maggie.
Hello. It me. It is me, the shortest person in the party. Marigold is 3'1". She's a gnome. She is a Circle of the Shepherd druid. She has white hair that is like braided back to the back of her head in like intricate, big, cool patterns. She has silver druidic tattoos, 2 on her cheeks and 1 on her forehead. And she is pretty consistently wearing florals, pastels, probably an apron, and has many good berries. She is soft, she is your mum, but also, if you're rude, she will hate you.
She's your mum in all the worst ways. Perfect. So, can I get some stealth rolls from you folks as you all crouch down? I'll roll for your companion, the guide, the Earth Ganassi named Glower.
Nute got a 33 with Pass Without a Trace.
Pass Without a Trace is up, so everyone gets plus 10.
Mm-hmm.
I got 35.
Okay.
I got a dirty 20.
Alrighty.
Hemlock?
Okay there, Rowan.
I got a nat 1.
Oh,
That's fine, that's still at least an 11.
It's 12.
It's with my so it's a 12 total, but it is a nat 1.
Okay.
Hemlock just walks in like, who we fucking up today then, alright?
I can't. My head glows now. Like
It does kind of glow. So, you guys all hunker down in this space. You're fairly certain that, for the most part, you're fairly quiet. The Hemlock, you're very used to the spores that kind of fill the air around you, but they're so thick now. The air is almost misted by spores around you, and you, like, I feel like that there's like the only flaw in this kind of tiled, the marble ground beneath, the only slight misshapen element catches your foot. You somehow, across this whole place, you only catch the only problem, and you trip on it ever so slightly, and there's a slight moment of like...
I'm also a lot weaker than I used to be,
You're
so
frail as hell.
I'm very frail.
But you are in the entryway. You are fairly certain you're quite quiet. The Dao that you can see through this doorway to your left doesn't seem to have turned around. They don't seem to have noticed you. You can hear faintly, which Nute and Marigold you recognize to be the sound of them speaking in Terran. What sounds like talk of preparation, excitement. It sounds like one of them is praising the other. If you like to listen in, you can try and do that. If you guys like to move, you can do that. What would you guys like to do?
Be preparing to die.
So what is the plan, guys?
Punch them.
We're just like...
Are we just like going in all guns blazing, busting
Originally,
out?
I think the original plan that we had was try and sneak in as best as we can, get out the zone, and get out without people noticing.
Right,
But
yeah.
if it comes to it, be ready to fuck shit up.
Right,
that
'cause-
was my interpretation of it.
Yeah, because
Okay.
right, if we attack right now, it would give them more time to bring reinforcement. Then if we
Yeah.
get to do halfway, we go halfway in it, and then they bring reinforcement, we will have more time to just run away, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I guess that's a
We're gonna
plan.
find-
We
Sneak
call
for
it a
as
plan.
far as we can. Sneak for as far as we can. Get to the zone. I think I said I was going to polymorph it so we could get it out easily.
Yeah. So I'm gonna lean over to Glower and just be like, so where do you think they're keeping your friend?
I don't know. I've never been inside this place before. I don't know. It's got cages up the other end with people in them, but I don't know why they might keep something like Kigo.
Well, we can take a look around, I suppose. Are you quiet? Shall we move forwards a little?
I
By a
mean-
bit, aye.
We could.
Mm.
Can anyone see the? I guess can we all see this guy?
Yes, at this point, like you was like kind of slowed up inside the doorway, peeked over to the shoulders, and you can see the back and like shoulder of this Dao, who's like he's like backlit by a fireplace that seems to sit in the wall behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't know you, but he's talking to someone
Yeah.
inside that room.
I just realized I forgot to roll stealth for Willow, but it's okay. He got 35.
But also, is he in with us? I guess
Yeah,
he
he's
is.
there.
Yeah, he's there. Yeah, I didn't see him. Okay.
I would like to, as quietly as possible, cast locate creature.
Okay.
Good point.
Ooh,
Okay.
smart.
Go ahead and remind me what the details of that are.
Describe or name a creature that is familiar to you. You can sense the direction of the direction to the creature's location as long as the creature is within 1,000 feet of you. If the creature's moving, you know the direction of the movement.
So you get direction, and that's basically it.
Yeah, I know where, I know how far. I guess I know I know where it is. If it's as long as it's within 1,000 feet.
So you do get distance.
It doesn't say
think
I
it's just
don't.
direction.
Yeah, it might just be direction. Yeah, describe.
Draw on. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check for me real quick to see how quietly you can cast this spell. I've just drawn a little arrow on you. It's kind of down and to the left of where you are right now.
15.
Yeah, okay. You in hushed tones, you conjure this spell. You focus on the name of Kigo and this creature. You're not really familiar with it, but
Yeah.
you're next to Glara, who speaks of it such. And as you focus on your quarry, you find your head kind of almost being turned by the magic to face a direction, and you find yourself kind of facing towards the statue in the wall and beyond, in the direction of
will
this arrow I've drawn.
I will pass that on to the party.
Okay.
Right. Well, we could always try and sneak past. If we think they might be hearing us, I could always make a little noise in the opposite direction.
If need be, I can always just go invisible for a minute.
We've got options.
Alex, you're muted if you're trying to talk.
Thank you. I had my hand on my mouth, so no one would, detect my breath or anything. No, I can also, I can't go in like invisible, but I can make an illusory version of myself and my real body go invisible, so it kind of works out, kind of. But yeah.
Only if you hide the illusion.
Yeah. It's a weird manipulation. I forgot the old spell. It was on my bow, so. So what?
Maybe we should just try and sneak around the corner if it's that way.
This corner on our right here.
Yes.
And I will keep concentrating on locate creature. So
Okay. All right. Are you moving up together?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay. In which case, I'll get rid of that. Or as you all move up together and move forwards, you quickly begin. Reveal. To see.
Just before we do, Nute is actually going to go invisible.
Okay.
Okay.
So you see him kind of bring his hands together, focus, and then go.
Well, guys, we've seen the second Dow.
As you move forward, you begin to see the rest of this room, and you seem to be a kind of office. A fireplace set into one wall, sconces in brackets, and like a golden kind of bracket holding the sconce, which has like necklaces hanging from it, almost like dangling jewels and chains from it. And you see on the other side of this desk, kind of like massive hands displayed across it, the dark-skinned Crucible that you saw floating above the stage in the town earlier. He is looking at stuff on the desk. So as you guys get to this point, he does not appear to have seen you, but he is like, his body is pointing in your direction.
Great. We love that.
Oh boy.
Noticing this, I guess Markos will just sort of like direct everyone to just like get across here.
Yeah.
So there's a wall between us.
Alrighty, in that case, if you get to that point, I need to keep scanning my screen across. Hit, zoom out. There we go. I reveal the rest of the room. Beep, beep,
Not
Whoa.
the rest of the room.
beep.
Okay,
Beep.
okay.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ah,
Oh,
yeah.
Christ.
oh,
That's the
As
thing.
you skip across,
What is that?
as you skip across and take cover behind this wall, you get across and you are fairly certain that Crucible and its other DAO haven't seen you. Getting closer to these cages, you see there are 3 humanoids within these kind of golden cages that are on like slight head, like raised, like maybe like raised a foot above the ground, and then there are these cages with like kind of leathery mats on the ground. There are 3 humanoid figures. You see one, like, kind of mottled, soft brown skin, ganassi with skin almost like clay. It's like got this beautiful like reddish brown of hair, which is almost like feathers, which have been kind of like pressed into the clay, forming like a head of kind of pluming hair. You see a small fey creature, Marigold, you recognize to be another Korrid. You saw one of these earlier out in the tunnels. This one's like sat on its mat, kind of cross-legged, and like stroking its long hair. And slumped in the corner at the far end is a large hyena-mouthed creature, kind of just picking its teeth. You see a gnoll, kind of like slumped up against the bars at the far end. In the larger separate cage in the top left-hand side of the room, however, is on a much higher raised kind of platform. There are steps leading up to it, and this, like the main golden bars of this cage are set in with jewels and carvings. It is beautiful. And inside it, there is this creature that for a moment looks like a pile of boulders, just a pile of like kind of mottled, reddy brown and grey rocks. Except then you see a whole section of just move. It just seems to be like an amorphous blob of rock, and then whenever it wants to shift itself, an arm just kind of pulls away from its mass, plants itself, and moves it.
Weird.
You recognize this Hemlock as your target. As you see it with your eyes, you're like, that is the zone
That's
you're
the
after.
thing.
We'll drop concentration on the.
what is this thing in the corner that's not in a cage?
That thing in the corner appears to be a large. It looks to be almost like a statue.
Okay.
The icon in fighting stance may suggest otherwise, but it appears to be a stone. You've seen that these things moving around in the town, so you know what this thing roughly is animated at least.
Okay.
It appears to basically be a beautiful set of very thick plate steel armor, a thick helm, and a massive like hammer in one hand. But rather than flesh, it is just rock. It's like take someone like quite curvy and put them in like a bikini that's too small, and so they kind of push out of it at the sides. It's like that, but with rock. It's like this like thick rock daddy put on a plate of armor suit that's a bit too small for him.
The thing,
Nice.
the thing from Fantastic Four wearing really tight underwear.
Exactly that. Yes.
Yeah.
Sure. You had your hand is up.
Yeah. Two things. The golden crystals and the blue crystal you have on the map is just for the map, or does it have a particular? Does it look like it have a particular purpose?
Like these crystal thingies.
They did like various decorations.
Okay.
Within the room. They're like 4 foot high.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're like 4 foot high. The gold ones are just solid gold. And as you get close past this one, it is like a vaulted plate into the stonework that is a solid gold like block, and it's almost like a strange, almost like modern art-esque pieces of like very very straight edges, very regular, almost geometric shapes, which kind of rise up off of these pedestals that kind of decorate around the room. The blue ones seem to be crystalline and naturally grown. You actually see like above them there are small like almost like lamps, but like a genia lamp type thing, but leaning down with like liquid dripping on them, seeing growing these crystals.
Fair enough.
But yeah, you are in this room. The people in the cages don't appear to have noticed you. They appear to still be like slumped down, like resting and like knitting and stuff. The people in the office don't appear to have noticed you in this moment. What do you guys like to do?
I had something I wanted to do. I'm sorry. If anyone wants to go before me, you can.
Go ahead.
The chairs, are they movable or are they like rock?
They are thick stone. They are maybe movable. It would be very difficult to move them quietly.
That's fine. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take any knickknacks I have, the biggest I can find. I think I'm going to take a rope. Give me a second. I need to check a spell. It's a dumb idea, Andrew. I think like it's a dumb idea, but you might. Oh no! Okay, cool. I'm good. I'm good.
You, Alex?
I'm good. I'm gonna take like a rope, and like any like if I have a pen or like anything that is large enough to block passage.
I know what Alex is about to do. You little
shit. I'm gonna take the rope and just do like a serpentine like that. But in here, okay. My explanation is shit, but you will understand. I'm basically casting.
You're not drawing the map if you're doing a thing that would be helpful to draw the map.
Yeah, I'm putting my rope here like that.
Oh no!
And I'm casting immovable object on it.
Yes.
And I'm trying to make it like so no one can pass.
As you start doing that, like Glower doesn't know what you're doing. Glower's gonna stay on this side, kind of.
No, yeah. Glower, come here.
What?
Comes
over. As you're doing this, you're walking backwards and forwards in the direct line of sight of Crucible. I'm going to need you to make another stealth check.
That makes sense.
The +10 still.
If
that trait is still active.
Okay. If I see they make a movement, like if I see they see me, I'll just cast the spell quickly, even if it's not finished. Is that fair?
Okay. Yeah, go.
That's
go and make this. I can see what you can do.
That's a 7 plus 8, so that's 15 plus 10, 25.
25. Okay.
Oh.
You very quietly, and a couple of times you were kind of like, you almost like freeze in place as you see Crucible behind his desk, like look up towards this other Dow, like. Like reaches up a different part of his desk. They seem in mid-conversation. But you go like several times back and forth across this space until your rope is laid out in this kind of like, almost like a radiator pipe, just like.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the idea. You know, just like.
Yeah.
Just bar the way.
And you cast a movable object.
Yeah. Okay. I need to buy more rope because this is a great idea I just had, and I just need to do
that.
David just put in the chat, just fucking 3D printed a wall.
Who needs wall of stone? We got wall of rope here as a second level spell slot, guys.
That's right. And it's not a concentration. I love it. I just had to check.
Alrighty.
You're muted, David.
That's the thing, right? If it's stone, they just get rid of it.
Yeah.
They don't have shape rope.
Stone.
That's true.
They don't have rope glide.
Rope glide.
Alrighty. You put up this rope, like gate,
Kinky,
across this space. As you're kind of going back and forth, you realize that once this is in place, if he looks up, he's gonna see a bunch of rope hanging in his dining room.
That's true.
But in this moment, the rope freezes in place, almost like you've like drenched it in water and frozen it, and put it in place, and it stays. And in this moment, for now, the Dow do not seem to be aware of it.
All right, get the fuck out now.
Okay. So this is your friend, the Zorn, right?
Yeah, that's Kigo.
Okay. Do you want to like sneak on up? Like maybe keep her calm whilst we try to figure out how to open the cage?
He like ducks down past the cages and without a pause, silently kind of like ducks down low and almost like army crawls, but like faster along the ground, goes up to the cage and starts like whispering in Terran, and immediately this pile of rocks goes.
My best friend
Lifts
is a pile
itself
of rock.
up with like 3, then like it has like in 1 minute it has 2 arms, and then it has 4, and then it has 5 as it kind of like maneuvers itself around. And in one spot, just a bunch of rock goes, and a big yellow eye like looks out of it, and he's like, no, I'm here. Shh. He's actually gonna roll an animal handling check to see if he can keep his buddy quiet.
I love it. It's like
Well, you
Kevin
do have
and-
advantage on that because
That's
it's
right.
Hal.
That's right.
I rolled a 2. And then I
Advantage.
rolled. Okay, that's better.
Also,
okay,
Yes, the
Definitely
advantage
proficient.
helped us for once.
absolutely.
Oh.
good.
Thank you, Tal.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tal.
Thank you,
This
Tal.
kind of amorphous rock creature kind of calms ever so slightly. Its kind of big yellow eye scanning the room. Rather than like it turning, the eye just seems like through the rock around it and glances across the room.
Ugh.
But yeah, what are the rest of you guys up to?
Can I maybe see about freeing some of the other people in the cages?
Sounds
You
like a
can
good
certainly have a
idea.
look around.
Please.
What are you doing to do this? Are you
So are they like, your traditional cage padlock, or is it like in the bars kind of lock? Like what kind of lock is it?
make a real quick investigation check.
Investigation.
Investigation.
Have a gander.
Okay. 6.
Okay. As you kind of get a little closer to these bars, staying kind of quiet, these people all seem to be mostly asleep. They appear. You see, actually, there are no doors in these parts of the cages. There is like there is a gate between them that actually is slightly hanging open, and there is an archway that leads out of the right hand side of the cages where it meets the wall, and there is an open doorway. There is like a gate, like a gated door that is closed that seems to go into the next room that is like the smaller corridor that you guys have been next to.
I think it's probably not a
yeah.
good idea for me to be like, hey, stone shape, because that would be loud.
Is it? Does it make sound?
I mean,
Moving a lot of rock.
Yeah, but that
I also
does it do like?
I don't-
I don't know.
It's
Do
also
you
like rock just suddenly moving.
do you
they're
have
in
them?
steel. They're in a cage of metal.
Yeah.
There is no
Yeah.
rock you could move that would.
well,
move
I
the-
meant,
and
I
move
meant
the
like
minerals
the
in the-
rock wall.
So in
Like-
that wall, there is a gate. As in, like in where I've just circled
Oh.
in green, like there is a doorway that goes from the cage past that wall.
Right.
Oh,
Into
okay.
the
So I'd
next
have to like go around the other side and open the door, I guess.
Essentially, yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
I was just gonna say once Glower and the Zorn seemingly kind of effectively give a signal that they're calm, I want to slowly move over as quietly as I can in their direction, and kind of get there, and I'll look to Glower and say, are we good to go? I think I know I can get her out.
Go whatever it is that you've got. Yeah.
And I'm gonna as non-threateningly as I can. I'll explain. I don't know if she speaks common, but Glower might translate that I'm going to transform her into something small so we can get her out, and then we're gonna leave as quietly as we can. Yeah.
Cool. Alrighty. So you cast.
I'm casting polymorph, which I'm now
Polymorph.
concentrating on. I'm going to turn this Zorn into a mouse.
Alrighty.
Little mouse.
Zorns are actually quite intelligent. Like average
mouse
human
mouse.
intelligence. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As you reach out and feel this strange elemental creature's energy and the magic that is coursing through it, that courses through this whole plane, and you shape it and mold it and focus on something much more familiar and small and furry with a tail.
Yay.
this giant pile of rocks kind of with a little poof of dust in the midst. There's a small mouse that kind of rears up on both legs and is like,
Kind
and
of
immediately
hop
just like scampers through the
Yeah.
bars into Glower's hands.
into Glower, yeah. Okay, keep her safe, keep her hidden. We can get out of here as quietly as we can.
Keep a secret. Keep her
Keep
safe.
it safe.
Takes the little mouse, and the mouse like does like stick in his. Actually, no, it becomes like mouse intelligence. So he's gonna like grab hold of her and keep hold of her quite carefully and tightly. Cool. Alrighty. Kigo is now a mouse. You mentioned that you were over there by them. Alrighty. Kigo is now a mouse. Sure. Markos.
Mouse intelligence, but still like has the same relationship with owner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's all like, oh yay, snuggle in pocket time.
Yeah.
Normally you're the one sleeping on my back. Haha. So Maple, Marigold.
Damn.
That's not in character.
That's not in character.
I tell you what. I will forgive all of you if this happens the other way around when Maple is back, but I fucking doubt it will, so...
Marigold! Oh no, Maple! Oh, such a
I'll make
mistake.
notes.
Yeah, I'll do it on purpose. I'll do it on purpose.
We'll call Maple Marigold as much as possible. Marigold, these people stuck in the cages. Does it look like we can get them out too, or are we gonna have to come back?
It looks like there's a door that opens via the other side of the wall, and then there's a door between the cages.
Right, but
So I
what
think
if...
if we open the big door, then they can all get out.
But that would mean go back to where the DAOs are, right?
We'd have to go like round.
Well,
Yeah.
is the floor of the cages also metal, or is it stone?
Floor of the cages is covered up by like these kind of mats. But it gets covered up by like the mat.
Does the cage go on all six faces?
As in, you can't see the bottom floor.
Okay,
The
okay,
bottom
okay.
of it is covered in like
What's...
a covering, so the people inside aren't on bars.
Okay. So there. Okay. So we figure there are bars underneath.
You can't see the bottom.
Okay.
It could be stone,
I
it could be
can-
metal plate, it could be whatever.
I can probably try and like crawl between your ropes and then go round and open the door.
Oh no, I can just recast it. Don't worry. It's like nothing
Oh,
much.
okay.
Okay. Maybe the keys are. There's a room over there. Maybe the keys are there, or I guess on the DAOs. I don't know.
Yeah. Markos?
I think we should secure the primary objective first.
I think we have.
get. Well, yes, no, we
Where
haven't.
to go?
We're not even halfway. We need to get out.
Oh.
That's fair. That's fair.
We need to get what's his name, Glower, and the Zorn out of here right now. We need to follow, and if possible, these guys we can let them free. But I don't know how easy that is going to be.
Yeah. Anyone strong enough to maybe like move the bars? Oh, that's now it's. I guess it's Nute and I,
Not
right?
stealthily.
Non-stealthily.
No, it would be very loud.
Yeah. Okay, I can dimension door. If we want to be very fast, I can just dimension door out, Glower. So we just out.
As you guys
Entity
are
mouse.
crouched like behind, like around this dining table, discussing these possibilities, you hear a of stone grinding against stone coming from the room where the two Dao were.
I'm gonna move away from Glower, just so I'm not bunched with him and like duck behind this chair.
I'm gonna stay a bit closer to him, if possible. Sorry.
In this instant, you gather, like looking at the table and chairs around you, that this sounds like one of these large chairs being moved in the office that they were both in. You gather that while you maybe have been very quiet, there is a wall of rope, almost like a lattice work of rope across half of the house.
Yeah,
and
there is that.
Being fairly spread out, you are still a bunch of people in a room. There are things to hide behind, but not many. Is there anything you guys would like to do?
Okay.
Me and Willow are gonna go under the table.
Okay. Markos.
Glower, what are your abilities? Do you think you can make yourself scarce? Like, we'll cover you if you want to get out.
A rope across the door.
I can.
Right, of
I can
course.
remove that.
I can run, but yeah, I can run. I can create a wall of fire to hold them back for a moment, but these guys will just walk through that. They don't
Care about fire? I guess. Yeah.
I
Rock.
think I think they get burned, but they just don't give a fuck. Like they just I mean, we've got
They seem
people.
pretty stoic.
Yeah, we've got. Let's just go, right?
Well, yeah, let's go. Okay.
Just to make sure, maybe I'll just bamf him away with me, and so we just are outside, just in case.
Yeah, if you two bamf. You get
Alright.
you
Drop
get
the
him out.
rope.
Drop the rope and bamf him out.
Yeah, I can drop the rope whenever I want. I'll just do it at the same time as I cast Dimension Door, and I'm
Okay.
going, so I guess north of the map of where we are, trying
Just
to
like
go.
you're just going like the street outside.
I'm trying to be. Okay, I'm gonna be 30 feet away from the door,
Perfect. You
so
grab
I
hold of
can
Flower and
get to the door
the
if I want to.
third creature, technically that's a mouse, but I'll let it slide.
Right?
Um,
Because I don't know exactly if it counts as a creature at that point.
it does.
It
It is.
does?
It's a polymorph, huge element, like large elemental. Yes, it's a creature.
Oh,
But it's now a mouse, and I'll let it happen.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Grab Glower and he tucks the mouse in, and you out of the space, and you appear into the fairly quiet outside street, about 30 or so feet away from the door. Glower immediately runs ignores you, runs me about 60 or so feet further away, and you can see where this part of the street is. The sides of the walls are like buildings; they're like carved stone. After about 60 or so feet away, it returns to natural rock. He picks up the mouse. It's like, "I'm sorry," and spikes the mouse into the floor.
Fuck.
There's a and as
Yeah.
it's like points at the wall, and the whole rock creature just immediately like roly-polies, but the arms appear to grasp and move, and disappears into the wall itself.
Oh, that's cool.
That's so cool.
That's sick.
Camouflage.
He walks calmly back over towards you. Right, he's good. What's the deal with the rest of you? Are you saving people? You killing Crucible? What you're talking all big about?
Yeah,
a week ago.
we talk we do that usually. We talk a lot of
We talk big.
we talk big. Tall, big, everything. No.
Is that a dick reference?
Yeah, that's a reference from something. But it's like don't worry, it's an inside
We
joke.
have dicks down here, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm. That do you like rock shaped dick? Oh no, dig shaped rock then, right?
A rock shaped like a dick.
Getting back
Damn.
on topic.
Right.
What are you doing? What are they doing?
They're gonna come back out, but I guess we wanted to just at least free the slaves. If the bad guy is in there, we'll fight them. But apart from that, I think we're coming out for now.
That was every possibility. You were we're leaving for now. We're saving the people.
Yeah.
If they're there, we'll fight them. And there was question marks at the end of every one of them.
Yes. I don't know. Don't ask me. We do it in the
Ashura
moment.
is not the person to relay this plan with
No,
confidence.
no. Just tell me where we should meet you, okay? Because run away. Just leave, and we'll meet you somewhere. In case this place goes bad.
Ashura, no, we were going to leave together.
Yeah, that's
with
fair.
him.
We're 60 feet away. We're 60 feet away. All right, don't move. Just hide yourself in quickly there, and we'll come back. We'll come out.
I'll stay by the door. If I hear a massive commotion, I'll come in.
Fair enough. And I run to the
Okay.
door.
All right. He jogs with you and leans up against the door, pulls out a cigarette. Right, Good luck.
Cigarette.
um.
Thanks.
While you guys are having this conversation outside and maneuvering yourselves about Markos,
Ashura, weren't you a commanding officer? You should know how to stick to a plan.
This is the real reason why Ashura left. He just everyone was like,
the whole backstory is
No
a lie.
management
He was just
skills.
a very bad officer.
Just no management skills, no team leadership. So what are we doing? We getting straight the fuck out now?
get the fuck out of here, right?
I mean-
Okay.
Yeah, movement coming from the side, from the office they were in. while the rope is no longer suspended across this entryway, it is now just a pile of rope in the middle of his living room.
They will never understand.
I would like to, from the position that I'm in, I would like to hold an action until the moment I see Crucible. If
You can
if I
see
do
Crucible
see him.
right now.
I can see him now. Can he? Okay, I can see him now.
He's like talking to this guy. If he were to do this, he would see you.
Okay. I think then I'm gonna do this. Not quite knowing exactly what is going on, but like seeing this Dow and knowing that we've got all these, like, we've got a lot riding on this. Hemlock kind of feels a bit kind of weird, and you see like the spores around her start kind of floating and swirling. And I'm gonna do a new thing using my infectious mind ability. I'm gonna cast Enthrall on Crucible.
Okay. What does he need to do?
He needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Alrighty. That's a 7.
He fails. He now has disadvantage to perceive anyone that's not me.
Okay. Does the spell point out that he that he sees you in any way?
No, it just says a creature of your choice that you can see within range. He has disadvantage on wisdom perception checks made to perceive any creature other than me until the spell ends or until he can no longer hear me.
Okay.
I've popped the spell into the Roll20 chat.
Yeah, I see it. You even scream distracting words causing creatures. Half of that sounds like you're speaking to them and you are their sole center of attention.
Yeah, it's weird to.
But I think it vibes nicely with it being like psychic mushroom bullshit. So
Yeah,
I'm
'cause
gonna say, can I get a stealth or sleight of hand check from you? As you are casting a verbal spell in the middle of his living room.
Yeah.
This is the thing, is it doesn't specify that they have to see you.
No, it's just that I
It's
can
just
see them.
you have to see them.
And
It
also,
says they have to hear.
No longer hear you. So
But yeah.
that makes it sound like they have to be hearing the words that you're saying. But we'll roll with it.
Yeah, because but yeah, also like Hemlock doesn't quite know what she's doing, because this is something that is not, you know. Do I still get the +10 benefit from Pass Without a Trace?
You do it. It's still active.
That's an 18.
An 18 with that. Okay.
Rolled a 7.
You focus on this strange new aspect of your mind that you've never felt before, and it's a similar connection as you reach out and you feel the presence of, as you kind of close your eyes, everything around you. Your eyes are closed, but you can see the chairs, the table. You can almost like see kind of glowing mental activity in Markos to your side, and Marigold and Nute, and then these two Dao have a different shade of consciousness within your space of awareness. And as you grasp hold of Crucible's mind, you fog his senses. And he doesn't seem to notice that you are meddling within his mind.
And I guess kind of I will, still not entirely sure what it is that I've done. I'm gonna attempt to like move back, like kind of gesturing to the others of like, you know, let's go. Fuck, I've got fucking telepathy. I'm saying heads. Let's fucking go.
Alrighty.
Let's fucking go.
Let's leave.
Alrighty. With
Okay.
Pass Without Trace and the one that is facing directly towards you, enthralled, you all relatively easily, with a slight nagging at the back of your minds as you walk away from these people still resting in their cages.
Yeah, see, here's the thing.
Oh.
I'm gonna be not smart. I'm gonna like send Willow along. He's gonna go. And as Marigold gets to the doorway, she's gonna like try and slip around this corner and go this way.
Just hugging
Easy
the wall.
enough. Easy enough.
I'm gonna stick kind of ducked behind this crystal.
Okay.
As Marigold goes.
Yeah, he's gonna stick just around this wall. Wait, has a minute passed?
I think at this point, yeah, you're getting pretty close to a minute.
Okay.
Oh, what? Never mind. It's concentration up to an hour.
Yeah,
you
it's
thinking of
invisibility.
invisibility?
Invisibility is native. No,
This is
invisibility is native.
So I'm
invisibility.
thinking of invisibility.
Oh shit.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
long.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get up to this door.
Okay. You
I
find yourself essentially in like a kitchen space.
Cute. I assume it's locked.
Are you trying to open it?
Yeah, I'll give it a gentle wiggle. Or just like a pull.
There is like a beautiful like handle that like flows like a wave. Give it a little turn. It clicks. Very satisfying, well-oiled mechanism. Kind of like it swings open.
It's just open. Okay.
Oh,
They're not here against their will, or are they
oh,
charmed?
no.
They might be charmed.
Shit.
If they are, this could be a problem, but we'll find out. And I'm going, or maybe it can only be opened from this side. Maybe there's something going on. I don't know. But I'm gonna like whisper to. Is it the Fae that's in this one where I'm looking in?
There's a plague ganassi in the room that you're in right now.
Cool. I'm gonna like, because they're asleep, right?
They're like
Or, like,
resting. I feel like they're like eyes half closed, like cross-armed, like you know, occasionally like crack their neck in a way they probably wouldn't do if they were asleep.
Might just whisper and be like, "Hey."
They kind of like
Hello. Do you wanna come with us? Do you wanna get out?
who are you? And where's
I'm not from here, obviously.
where's Crucible?
He's in the office. You have to be quiet.
You need to leave.
Why?
No. Because he'll fucking kill you or stick you in a cage if he sees you. Get out.
I'm not by myself, it's okay.
I'll take my chances near rather than piss off Crucible.
Okay.
You should go. And she like pulls it up in like the back corner of the cage and like leans up and closes her eyes again, but you can see like her eyes like moving beneath her eyelids, like.
Oh fuck.
You get the impression that they are not held here by lock and key, but definitely held here by not wanting to piss off the big scary Dow.
Kill him! Kill him!
Sure.
I hate it.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
Yes, you do. You have every answer. My question is, so Markos. What did I say it with such an accent? I don't know.
Sup?
Markos.
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 Astreva.
So you ran to the door, right, David?
Yeah, I'm like in that corridor,
Right.
like between
I'm-
a jackalope and an invisible dwarf.
Right, because I'm behind that door. Can I open the door, Andrew, and just have like, so I have an insight of what's happening in the house, and just have my head poking in, just so I know what can happen, and if something happens, I can kind of do something.
Oh, sure. Yeah, you poke your head in. You see Markos and Willow kind of moving close. You see Hemlock kind of on the opposite side of the thing. From your angle, actually, I think you could probably maybe just see Marigold is like in like the down the next corridor.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
As a point of note, Marigold, you are not within 30 feet, so you are not within pass without trace distance.
Yes.
For anything that you should wish to do.
I hate it. Hate it.
And you hear kind of Hemlock's voice in your head of just like, if they don't want to leave, we can't make them leave.
Oh, but Marigold wants to make them leave. She wants to.
If you want to get a closer insight into how they are feeling, you can make an insight check if you wish.
Yeah, I'll do that. Thank you.
Go for it.
What's my insight? It's +4. I always forget that insight is whiz. I don't know why. I always assume it's a charisma skill.
Mm.
Oh, Oh, that's a 23 on the insight.
Hell yeah, you can see kind of painted across this Ghelfi's face. They're not happy here. They're not, telling you to leave because they're content with the way things are or anything. There just appears to be a very strong fear of the repercussions. Like, cool, I get out of here, then what? Crucible is like, shit, one of my slaves ran off, they find them again. Unpleasant. Yeah, they're not happy here. Being rescued is not as simple as opening the door, however.
This man. I want to kill him so bad!
Also, as Hemlock has spoken to you using her telepathy, you can respond to her telepathically.
Oh, okay, I will respond telepathically. And just be like, the only reason they don't want to leave is because they're scared of Crucible. I know I can't make them, but they're not happy here either.
I'm fighting between Rowan brain and Hemlock brain here, and it's very hard.
I know that feeling. John just wants to fucking punch this dude.
I'm literally like... like, Marigold is still so angry. Like, she literally just wants to start a scrap with Crucible right now. But she doesn't want to do that if not everyone wants to fight.
Speaking of, while you have gone down a side corridor, you've had this interaction with this Clay Ganassi, and you kind of closed your eyes and responded through your mind into Hemlock's voice that has apparated there. Nute, Markos, Ashura, in this entryway, you had the call to let's go, and as you have tried to leave, you've seen half of your party has lagged behind and seems to be kind of debating other things. What are you guys up to?
This.
Yeah.
Nute is also beckoning to Marigold to come back, but also is invisible, so no one can actually see it.
Markos, my expertise in military training has been. It's been a long time ago. What are you? What is that again? What's that again?
Ashura, I'm the one with 9 intelligence here.
Oh my god!
Okay, I can see.
So you're flossing in the entryway to the downtown.
Yeah. I can see, Markos, I can see my sense of humor doesn't reach you right now. I'll stop. So, do we go with them? I'll stop talking. Okay, I'll stop talking.
And I'm going to turn around, wave at Hemlock, and just be like...
You hear her voice in your head, and it's like a tone that you've not really heard of Hemlock's voice before. Just says, I want to kill this man.
Later.
Fuck!
Now though.
Now though!
I mean, now though?
There is a...
What is more
Alternatively,
important?
Now.
I mean, I can... If
And
really
you hear
want.
movement within their office. The office in which Crucible and this other DAO are in.
Murder.
I'm gonna telepathically to Marigold, stay down in the corner, stay quiet if you can. To Nute and to Markos, stay quiet, I think I have a plan.
Okay.
Fuck.
I'm gonna close the door to the cage and
I'm
get down
fucking
in the corner.
sweating. Oh, and I'll send that over to Ashura because I can reach him with 120 feet.
Yeah.
Cool. So you saying you have a plan?
In your head, stay quiet, stay back. I think I have a plan.
Okay, I
That's what
am
you hear.
just gonna answer. Ashura is just gonna answer. If you're fighting, tell me, and I'll come.
And then you'll all hear, if I'm fighting, you'll know about it.
Okay.
Oh, do we have water? Do we have a hydrate?
Hydrate.
We have a hydrate.
Who
Thank you.
can it be from?
Cause I have a plan to be super anime again. That's
What? I'm confused.
I'm confused. So
I'm surprised.
if
that
we
this
fight,
is-
I have a cool thing to do.
When considering your ability things, don't forget that your the last session your plan was to grab the zone and go.
Yes.
What
What
so
also
bear in mind things spell slots are once a day things.
That's true. Because we also had Marigold was very angry and wanted to kill him. So we had like I remember just Ashura saying like he would be up for it if she wanted to. So
Yeah.
I think most of us will.
Do I still like all I responded to from Hemlock was later, and then she was like, "I've got a plan."
I sent back. Yeah, you got another. You can respond again.
We need to conserve our resources. If we end up going against Iseko today, and you have used all of your spells trying to free, 3 prisoners? I completely understand and I want to help too, but we cannot right now.
Because you're
We come back,
right.
kill the assholes, after we solve the heart problem.
I'm gonna just like look at you.
Then there's a very pained expression on his face, like, I want to kill this motherfucker too. But it's just like, oh.
Okay, I wanna open the cage door again.
As you do, a small, like, songbird-sized bird out from within and like over your head and kind of goes around the room once and then and vanishes.
Huh. Wonder what that is.
Songbird-like bird.
What was it?
A bird roughly the size of a songbird.
I wonder where these birds are coming from.
yeah.
But I'm gonna, like, in a last-ditch attempt, talk to this Ganassi again and be like, look, I can pretty much guarantee to you that Crucible is going to die in the hunt anyway. He doesn't know what he's getting into. If you leave now, and he leaves for the hunt, he is not coming back.
I need you to make a persuasion check.
Oh. Marigold, the not good at charisma, is doing a lot of persuasion checks
Let's go.
recently.
Your
Like,
blonde
I'm not-
over your head up so cute.
I'm not as bad as Maple. Like, I have a +2 to charisma.
That's
but it's not
something.
amazing.
When there's
pretty
a
damn
bard
good.
paladin in the party, it doesn't.
Yeah, it could be better. Okay, that's an 18.
Hey.
Oh.
That's good. That's not bad.
This Ganassi kind of in the corner, who's very desperately trying to look like they're still resting and oblivious to everything that's going on, like looks up again towards you. Yeah, like
Yes!
she gets up and comes out of the door towards you. She when she stands, she's about 5'2", like she's not tall.
That's
She kind of
tiny.
like pushes her way out, closes the door ever so quietly. How do you know?
Look, I just do. I'll explain when we're out. Okay?
Fine.
Okay.
Tiptoes behind you. Where is the radius of Markos's pass out? It
Listen.
just covers the doorway. Okay, go ahead and make a
Yeah.
stealth check to start with without the +10 because you are stealthing from outside the range.
The amount of clutch checks I've had today already.
Oh,
And she's okay.
Ooh.
Oh no.
no.
Oh no 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 no. Oh no 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 no.
Ooh.
What was
take
it? What was it? What was it?
That was a 2.
Yeah.
I have +1. That's a 3. Stealth.
Yes.
You, as you're like moving forward, you keep checking back to make sure she's coming with you because she seems very hesitant. You take one turn, and as you like keep stepping forward, making an effort to make sure you're stepping quietly, your foot like hooks on the back of your ankle, and you just go. You don't quite fall over, but there is a proper like of your feet on the stone, and you all immediately hear the conversation between Crucible and the other Dao ceases.
I'm gonna move out into the center of the corridor. I'm standing there.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I just want to say something. I want to say I'm sorry, David. We tried.
I have a plan. And Hemlock's chaotic good, alright? I have a plan.
You step into the middle of this corridor, and as you lock eyes with him, you still have grasp of his senses. They are
Only
obscured
just,
to others,
yeah.
but they are as focused as they can be. It is on you, and
Yes.
immediately you see his eyes look up from the desk and lock with yours. And now in close proximity, you see his eyes themselves are like solid rubies, set
God.
within the dark kind of greyish skin. He looks up, and his brow cracks. Like there is actually like of stone as his brows furrow in an angry, slightly confused face as this mushroom orc, half orc, half elf, steps into the middle of his home.
Yep.
I presume there is some reason you've entered my hall. He stands and brings himself to his full height.
Oh,
Straight
Jesus
to the road.
Christ. Okay. I'm like fully sweating right now. I will look to him and say, I heard you speak in the square, and I was entranced by your words. I knew that I had to come and see you, and I apologize for this intrusion, but I did not know another way to see you.
He stands up, he walks around the side of his desk, walks up to the entranceway of this office, and is looming above you. He is about as wide as he is tall.
Uh-huh.
Looking down on you, you see like the robes, and you can smell coming off him cinnamon and saffron, and you can see dusted across his clothing. There is gold dust, like glitter across his clothes. And he looks down towards you.
So extra.
So you didn't know how to speak to me, so you walk into my home without any announcement.
Apologize for my behavior. As you can clearly tell, I do not come from here, and things are very different where I'm from. But I knew I had to see you.
Make a deception check.
Hemlock is like, I come from Pokemon, where you can just walk into people's houses and they don't mind.
You see the other Dao like takes a step to one side, stands like between the fireplace and Crucible, and kind of this one has almost like a more hunched kind of posture, like kind of worm tail, worm tongue esque kind of. You can tell even from his body language the sycophant resides within this Dao.
16.
Scene. His eyes narrow. The large rubies almost have this kind of... They're not glowing, but you can feel the energy behind them as they peer down towards you. And he takes a step closer, completely filling the doorway.
Oh god.
And what is it that you so desperately had to say? And he leans down, his large... Like, his face is as wide as your torso, and he looks down towards you.
Kind of look up into his eyes, and you see like the mushrooms start to kind of glow and the spores start to swirl. This hunt that you are going on, these fanatics that you are to meet, I know them well. And I witnessed power from you, and I wish to see you on this hunt confront these interlopers. That's why I'm here. I wanted to offer my services.
You could have joined the hunt like any other in this outpost and just rode along. Been part of the fray. Why come to me directly?
And I kind of like look down at myself, at like the stick and the thin limbs. As you can tell, I'm not best suited for those environments. I knew that if I went out alone, I would not be able to get to you. That's why I came directly. Please allow me to help. and I'm going to prepare a spell.
Okay.
And in all of your minds, you just hear, "Get ready to run."
Okay. He like leans down towards you, and Marigold, as you kind of like frozen in place in the corridor, you can just see kind of Hemlock standing in the middle of this corridor, looking up, and you just see like his head looking down. It's almost like reminiscent of, you know, in Little Nightmares, you're this tiny child, and these massive looming faces look down at you. It's that kind of horrible, backlit kind of visage. You notice also his eyesight is staring directly in line with the cage where the Zorn was, but his eyesight is trained on Hemlock, completely singular in his focus. Ashura, your hand is up.
So I hear the message from Hemlock. I have Markos in front of me, stressing and trying to get everyone out. I'll pat him on the shoulder, move across him, and just get next to Nute, and preparing to cast a spell if things go awry.
Okay, bear in mind, you guys in the corridor are technically in line of sight of the office.
Okay.
Like, you
Then,
can see into it.
Yeah. I might go.
Markos, you guys are like in.
Yeah. I'll go next.
In line there, guys.
Okay, am I in line there? I feel like I'm not really. Oh yeah. I guess so.
Narrowly.
Okay, narrowly. I'll go behind, because I was at the door, so I'll just go behind, and just no, I can't really do it. I'll just be like kind of in the line, but just so I can see Crucible and get an assessment of the situation, like just if I peek,
okay.
you know.
Make a real quick stealth check for me, as you have re-entered this location.
Press E to peek.
Yep. Has it been 10 minutes?
It has not been
Okay.
quite 10 minutes yet.
Okay, so that's a 1 plus 10 plus 8, so that's 19.
19.
I rolled a nat
Okay.
1, you guys.
As you lean forward, you peek past. You like feel Nute's shoulders, and you like peek past, and you see Hemlock kind of face to face with this enormous elemental. As he leans down and says in this kind of not broken common, but like slow pace, cadence. I have not made my way in this life by making assumptions. A wielder of a staff with thin legs has been known to bring down many a mighty beast. I do not know you nor your skills, and neither shall I assume you are weak, nor that you are strong. If you think you have something to offer me, very well. We leave in but a few hours. Takeda and me were just preparing the last of our resources to make sure the right provisions are procured for our journey. Fortunately, I have a wonderful steed to help track us on this hunt, and eyes still trained on you. You feel in that moment your spores, your extended consciousness gripping a hold of his senses as he just gestures past your shoulder to the empty cage. This hunt should be, I will not say easy, but I have hopes. And if you know these fanatics, perhaps you will be of use to us. I will have you close to me in the hunt.
And okay, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I'm going to.
I want everyone to know I've just been like nervous giggling this whole time. I'm so fucking tense
Can we
right now.
have like a zoom in? We don't have a production team, but if we had, zoom in on David's face, just hand in there like, what is going on? I'm with you, David.
Done you,
So
stop
stressed.
emotes.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say, oh fuck. I look forward to the partnership. And can he make a charisma saving throw, please?
What is going on?
You can certainly try.
What the fuck?
I rolled a 17, so that's a 23.
Boom, 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 boom.
So,
What can we say but yikes?
Yeah, I can.
I believe. I don't know whether he knows that I tried to cast a spell on him.
What components does that have? Is it verbal somatic material?
Verbal somatic material, yeah.
All of them. Okay, so this involves you uttering an arcane phrase, making a
he
hand
knows.
motion with your staff.
Yeah, it was an attempt to be quick. I was attempting to cast a 6th level planar binding on him.
Oof. His eyes, like, they've softened as you have approached. As he's reading this, Ashura.
Yes. Yeah. So as I said, I was preparing a spell.
And all of you would know, like,
so,
that's just happened.
Yeah. Because like I said, like I wanted to just be in line of sight. So do I see Hemlock casting a spell?
I'll say yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, not ignore me. Not 6th level, 5th level. I misread the spell. 5th level, not 6th level.
I don't. You know what? It's fine. Don't worry about it. I don't
just
mind.
for continuity, 5th level, not 6th level.
And so if I see she's casting a spell, I kind of wait a few seconds just to see if there's a reaction by.
I think all of you in your heads, as soon as Hemlock realizes it doesn't work, you just hear, "Well, shit."
Okay.
As this is happening, Ashura, you mentioned you were holding a spell. What spell are you holding?
Charm Monster.
Okay, on which one?
Crucible.
Okay. So Hemlock, as you say this thing, look forward to your partnership, utter this arcane phrase, make the motion with your hands. Crucible's eyes had softened slightly as they grew a little bit more kind of assured in your presence. As you cast that, you feel their senses that you're holding on to, this awareness of their conscious, locks down like a fortress. And there is as his brow cracks into an angry snarl, teeth that are solid gems of alternating ruby and like amethyst. I have felt that one before, girl. And he reaches to one side, and the rock within his hand begins to bubble and extend into a long shaft that then reaches into a large maul. Alex, you had said you were holding a thing, so go ahead and do that. For the rest of you, I need you to roll initiative.
Yeah.
What save is he making, Alex?
So wisdom save, saving throw. Yeah.
That's a 10.
That's a 10. He is charmed by me, and he thinks I'm friendly.
Alrighty.
Do we have time to say a few words?
Nope.
Oh, nope. Okay, cool. That's cool.
Also,
Just
with that, I finished the last page in my notebook.
Hey!
Yay!
To get another one.
So as I cast the spell, can I like do a step forward just to be more in the way? Like
You
just
can take a step.
Yeah, you know, like
It's
just be like.
This is you using a reaction which does not grant you movement, but
I know.
I'll let you.
It's just more for flavor, as in like I was hiding.
I'll give you 5 feet.
Yeah, I just moved 5 feet, just so. Thank you. He's such a magnamine? No, that's not a good word in English, I think.
So I need
you're very
Ashura
generous,
and
DM.
Willow's initiatives.
Yes. Ashura, character sheet, and initiative. I only have +5.
I rolled like ass.
Also, can we just talk about the fact that Crucible essentially has what is like a gemstone grill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gemstone dentures.
It's in that like space of like, is that awesome or is that just really gross? And you're not quite sure.
Look, I'm just saying, if we can get those eyes, if they're worth 50 GP, we could just get some continual flames going.
Sure. What's your dex modifier?
My dex modifier is +3.
And what's Willow's, Maggie?
Willow's dex is also +3.
Wow,
Okay.
wow, the fight between Willow and I.
Break
Whew.
this way.
Oh yeah, everyone can see my. Sorry about that.
Oh, wait, no.
Right.
That way.
Boop.
Oh wait, no. Hold on. I messed up my initiative is messed up.
What is your initiative?
Yeah, mine is 2. Mine wasn't 17.
Yeah, sorry.
It's because the way mine rolled put it as 17.18 because the Beyond 20 extension just adds your like dexterity score as a decimal. But then I realized we were doing it as like dexterity modifier afterwards, and then I accidentally typed in a 4, so I just put it right at the bottom.
Sure.
It's a bit of a mess. I'm sorry.
Are they done now?
It's sorted now.
We all good? Is everyone happy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
My initiative's correct, but I'm not happy.
Okay. We can
That's
deal with
fair. That's fair.
That's a
With-
separate issue.
That. He rolls a 10 on the charm person, so Ashura, as you step out in response to this Hemlock spell misfiring, you reach forward and he glances up and notices you, and you charm him.
Hey!
And his eyes just kind of... Good. Help! And he kind of gestures towards Hemlock. Hemlock, it is your go first, as you, like, this massive Dow summons this huge maul into his hands. What would you like to do? You're muted.
You
My
muted,
sweet
Rowan.
child. Give us
I'm gonna, as an action, I'm gonna cast Meld into Stone, and I disappear into the floor.
That's a good idea.
Does
That's a
Meld
good
into
idea.
Stone mention it has to be unworked stone?
You can step into the stone that you touch at any. Using your movement, you step into the stone at any point you can touch. Doesn't say anything about unworked.
Okay.
A stone object or surface large enough to fully contain your body.
Alrighty.
I'm going into the floor.
Right, he'll take an attack opportunity against you.
Yes, he will.
With his big old hammer. That is a 24 to hit.
I hit.
You take... take 24 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
And can you make a strength check for me?
Check or saving throw.
Oh no.
This is not gonna go well.
You know, it's fine. You're totally good.
That's a -1.
Yeah. You are technically not prone. You meld into the stonework, but you lose your grasp on exactly how you're moving through it. You are not prone.
I'm in the floor now.
Right, continue.
And then just as a bonus action, I'm gonna telepathy up to Ashura. It's like, tell me when it's safe to come out.
Oh, okay. Alright. I charmed him, by the way.
Sick.
Cool.
Nice.
Like, mentally. Okay, fine.
Alright.
The mental thumbs up.
And that's my turn.
David's
Okay.
face is amazing.
With that, Crucible is going to step out into this area. I'll just kind of move you into this wall. Steps out into the center, and now, kind of stealth check regardless, you are in the middle of a corridor. He sees the rest of you. He sees
Nute is still
Marigold off to the
invisible,
left.
just for reference.
Nute's invisible. Nute is still invisible. Yes. So he doesn't see Nute, but he does see everybody else. He sees Ashura. He looks towards you. Why are you just standing amongst these intruders? Take care of that one. And he immediately turns and strides towards Marigold as he sees you escorting out one of
It's not
his
my turn yet.
one of his assets. And he's going to raise his large maul. And he's going to bring it down on you twice.
As he moves through my space, can he still make a Constitution saving throw?
Sure. How far underground are you?
Just like I'm enough so that I can't be seen, but I'm as close to the top as I can be.
Well, if
That
you're
is a
prone,
12 on the
then
con save.
12 on the con save. He takes is it 1d8 now? 1d10, I can't remember. He takes some amount of necrotic damage. You carry on and I will find it for you.
Okay.
if you're prone, surely you in the rock is just like lying down in a bath just below the surface.
Yeah!
Where about
Hemlock just like
He takes 8 points of necrotic damage.
Woo!
Damn.
As he just walks
Okay.
over the spot on the floor that looks slightly more like a half-orc than the rest of the floor.
I think,
It's just like an
I
outline.
believe my spell is broken. Let me just check.
to see it out loud.
I believe my spell is broken.
Okay. Hold that for a second. As
Yeah.
you, Marigold, does an 18 and a dirty 20 hit you?
Yeah.
Actually, the You
It's fine,
take
guys. I've still got the con medallion. I have 121 hit points.
you take 22 points of bludgeoning damage off the first hit.
Whoop.
Could you make a strength check for me?
I can
99.
try.
I'm gonna roll these and roll 20 because I don't want to just take ages.
A strength check. A strength check or a strength save?
Check. They're check.
Okay. Well, they're the same either way. 12.
Well, you are knocked prone onto the ground. The maul sends you sprawling onto the ground.
Ouchie.
The second attack hits as well. You take another 23 points of bludgeoning damage as the maul slams down into your the end of this massive hammer of rock is the size of your torso and crushes you into the ground. You see the Ganassi behind you, deer in headlights, begins to dash towards the back into the cage. That
Bitch,
is
what are you gonna get from going in there?
not killed. With that, it's Willow's go. Is Willow gonna do anything, or is he gonna hide?
Oh, Willow is gonna do something. Willow's a brave big boy.
Alrighty.
He has 44 hit points.
Oh boy.
So, is he actually gonna do anything?
I'm sticking. What's he doing?
Ah! He's gonna stay there for now.
Screams.
There's
Alright.
not much point in him getting in here if I'm not riding him because we don't have the whole mounted combatant thing.
Alright. In that case,
Alex.
the door opens and throwing a cigarette to the ground, Glower comes dashing in. Doesn't take long, did it? He reaches into a side pocket and pulls out 3 small discus shaped rocks and goes and throws them, and they go pelting towards the back of Crucible.
Nice.
He's just gonna throw some rocks at the boy.
Badass. Love it.
Yeah.
Stand.
Is that? Did you just guess magic rock or magic
Two of
stone?
them.
Magic
Two of them
magic
hit.
stone.
Yeah,
I
that's
cast
the
throw
cantrip
rock.
that does a d6 for
Catapult.
catapult. Oh yeah.
Is also a good one.
Wait, if you cast catapult on a very tiny rock, it does the same amount of damage,
It
right?
does the same
Yep.
amount of damage.
So
I
it's just a
in-
fucking. You can do an invisible clap.
No, he just throws rocks at him and deals 16 points of damage with
547 damage?
He's a very strong boy. I don't
Wow!
Whoa. Those are very
you got-
low rolls, to be
Those
fair.
are some intense pebbles.
Yeah, but they're very low rolls.
He throws them expertly. He's gonna dash and kick off the wall and land in front of Willow, and get ready. With that, Nute, it is your go. What should I do?
Willow protection
Ashura,
squad.
you're up next.
Nute is the invisibility is going to drop as Nute runs forward. He's going to call back to the others, just go help Marigold. I'll hold off the other one for a bit, and it's going to run forward towards this second Dow in this room, and the invisibility is going to break, and you're going to see basically a shimmering field around Nute just rip and tear as he's going to grow, and I'm going to become himbo.
Ah, yes.
So now I'm large.
Become
Become
himbo.
himbo. The best spell ever.
It's a pretty strong one.
It's pretty good.
So you cast Enlarge, and you grow to
Yes.
about equal size to this large, hunched elemental.
And I'm
I'll make you big, Nute. Hold on.
basically going to be standing in front of them and just sort of trying to keep their attention away from the others. And I am also going to spend a key point and use a bonus action to take the dodge action.
Perfect. You grow in size, you stand in front of this guy, and you see him there, his eyes widen. They're kind of pale, almost milky crystals. And they widen further as you grow in size and take up this position in front of him. With that, Ashura, is your go. Marigold, you're up next.
So, the charm is broken, Andrew,
Okay.
because it took damage from an allied.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
It's fine.
About
It's
that.
fine. My work as a support caster is never considered.
I'm
no,
also
I don't
want to
hear it.
Caster.
I don't want to hear it. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god. That's why I went
mean-
into paladin, just to have some. No, I'm joking. Yeah. What's
It
up?
would have happened whether Hemlock wanted it to or not. It's an area of effect, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
is where you
it's
just
when
punch
when an
stuff.
enemy walks through. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
So sure. What are you doing?
I'd like to move forward and say, you know what? It was a lie. I don't like you. And he's gonna run around and he's gonna look at the other guy. Oh wait. Yeah. No. He is. Ah shit. Fuck. Sorry. He's gonna cast confusion on 10-foot radius sphere. I think I can get both of them, right?
I don't. Does it go through full cover? Because that is a wall between them.
Yeah, because it's an area of effect, right? So it's not. I'm gonna put the. I'm sorry for that. I'm gonna put the. Boop. What do you think? We'll look at it between us.
Range to a 10-foot radius sphere.
On a point you choose within range, so I can choose like the middle of the.
It doesn't say anything about
Yeah.
cover, so yeah, I think that works.
So I'm just gonna say
right.
I don't like any of you, and I don't think you like each other, or you don't even like yourself, right? It's kind of weird, kind of confusing. And yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna cast confusion. So they have to do.
Somehow your words try to grasp at their consciousness and their minds. Crucible, make a wisdom save.
Yep.
That is an 18.
18 makes it.
Chikada will make 1. That's a 7, so a 12.
12 doesn't make it. He is confused.
He is confuzzled.
So every turn he has to make a D10 roll to check his behavior. And at the end of each of its turn, he can make a wisdom saving throw.
Alright,
yeah, and for that, I'm just gonna move a bit back and say, wow. You know, friend, you need to just breathe a bit. I'm gonna, give you some space, and I'm just gonna walk a bit back.
But wanders in, confuses, and backs away. Is that
Exactly.
Not the most fucking
That's the
bardic
turn.
bullshit? Yeah. And there you go.
Yep.
Alrighty, Marigold, you lay sprawling on the ground. You've just taken this massive impact to the chest. You've held off some of the impact with your arms, but you can feel it crunching and breaking through it. Being punched in the tits bad. Imagine being slammed into the floor by a boulder bad. It is your turn. What you need to do.
So Marigold is going to use half of her movement to stand up on her little legs. She's going to look this down in the face.
Yeah.
And she's going to wild shape into a white direwolf.
Hell yeah.
Radical. Does Andrew have a random direwolf icon? Let's
Yeah,
find out.
we do.
Um,
By the way, we are
Monster.
getting raided.
We get raided?
Yeah.
Raiden! Who's Raiden?
I think
Okay.
it's. I don't know.
Night Bites.
Night bites. Yeah,
Night Bites. Hello.
Hey everybody.
Hey!
We're doing a fight.
we are doing a fight.
We're doing a combat.
It's a international raid.
Oh.
International.
I don't know what that
raid.
means.
Me neither, but that's fine. That's fine.
Thank you and welcome from whichever nations you're into.
And a hydrate.
I'm just.
And a hydrate.
And a
Hydrate.
hydrate. I don't
Right.
have anything to drink.
I
I'll
feel
just
sick.
fake drink.
I need that.
There was still things in it, actually.
Meg,
Hobby Game
does
International.
Marigold's direwolf form have the same braids in the white fur as she does in
You
her
know
white
what?
hair?
Sure, yeah. What? Fuck
Nice.
it.
I can't find the wolf. I know there's a wolf icon here somewhere, but I'm not gonna spend any longer crawling
It's
for it.
fine.
So I'm gonna. You know what? You're a rust monster. You're a really big rust monster.
Yeah. Direwolves are large boys.
No, you know what? Just you, but you're big, and we'll imagine that you're a wolf.
Yeah,
Perfect.
that's
You
fine.
erupted fur sprouts from your skin in its white braids, just like your hair, and it's beautiful.
And that's
and
my
if-
go.
There you
Because
go. Perfect.
wild shape is an action. So
Alrighty. Chikada will roll a d10 to see what he does as he's confused. He rolled an 8. What does that mean? Creature uses action to make a melee attack against a creature. It randomly determined within reach. So it'll make one melee attack against Nute.
That'll be me.
Alrighty. He doesn't have.
Oh.
This one doesn't summon a maul to its hand. He confused, swings out at you with a wild haymaker with its massive stony fist. That is a 21 to hit. Oh, disadvantage because you're.
at disadvantage because of dodge.
21 was the lower.
Shit.
You take 17 points of bludgeoning damage as this massive stony fist just crack into your jaw. This guy has that kind of almost cowardly, sycophantic necessarily to him, but as he reels back, his arm still packs a hell of a punch and slams into
Still
you.
got big arm.
Still got big arm. With that, Markos, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I would like to cast Fix the Situation, please.
Okay. Yeah.
That worked.
The only way that Markos knows how. He's gonna step forwards a little bit, and he's gonna be like, "This could have gone better," and fire a couple arrows directly at Big Boy. He is currentently flanked.
You don't get flanking for range attacks.
No, I mean he's got like an ally. Is what I mean.
He's engaged.
If
Sneak attack.
It's a straight roll. If it hits, you will get sneak attack.
Excellent. 2 attacks, no Snarpschnutzer.
Snarpschnutzer.
None of that. None of that today. The first one is a natural 20.
That does hit, yeah. And you'll get sneak attack, and it's the bow.
And you'll get Colossus Slayer because he has been damaged.
Oh my god. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this first.
Yeah, we're doing this over here.
Sometimes I look
Okay.
at couch health.
Welcome to the
like,
math
maybe
part
this
of the
is
indie,
problem.
friends. Yeah.
So I should roll damage and then double what I get on the dice, right?
So, yeah, so like,
That's
if it's
2d6.
2d6 plus 2, it's now 2d6 plus 2.
Okay, and then sneak, and then Colossus. Oh boy. I should have sharpshooted. Oh well.
Fucking nerd.
Oh, that's a lot of ones. That's
Oh,
4,
no.
8, 15, 35 points of damage.
35, still a pretty respectable hit. Down to-
Emboldened by that, for my second arrow, I will attempt to sharpshooter.
Very nice, go for it.
That's gonna be a dirty 20.
That hits, roll some damage.
Cool. And this one is just the bow. So that is a 6 plus 15, 21.
21, hell yeah.
Sharpshooter's good, boys.
You step forward and pulling Soul Zephyr up into aim, you knock these arrows and let them loose, and they sink deep into the back of this immense creature. Like, his back fills the corridor. Hemlock's beneath the ground. You see Marigold like floofing up just behind, and in this large target, you just sink these arrows in like the small of the back and then like the center of the shoulder blades, and this massive Gao like stumbles like, fine, and like rolls his shoulders. The arrows sticking out crack off as his like shoulder blades and skin as like plates of stone shift and crack, as he is angry. Anything else for your good, Markos?
Can I? No, I think I'm good actually. I think I'm good. Yeah, I'm gonna move to a slightly more. No, I'm fine. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm fine.
With that, across the room, that large kind of rocky creature clad in armor that kind of stood statuesque in the corner, its head like looks down to one side, picks up its weapon, and begins going across the room. It barges straight past the chairs. One of them like falls on the ground and breaks in half. You can see like in the midst of all this battle, Crucible like looks like as he hears like the tiled floor breaking.
Oh no.
Marigold's got 30 feet. So that's
Oh no,
nice
my
stuff.
fancy floor!
He's gonna dash and he's gonna get to about here, but that's his turn as he bimbles through a bunch of chairs. Difficult terrain, them chairs. With oh, he's a medium elemental. I put him as large. He's medium. Whip. He's
Yep.
suddenly much less scary.
It's medium.
It's medium. Hemlock.
Yeah.
Sunken down between the stone itself, you can still sense above this giant creature has moved across. Battle has begun to erupt around you. What would you have to do?
Because I can't see or hear, but I have blind sight, so
Certainly
that's
do.
very nice.
Mushroom sense!
I am going to
Daredevil, man.
rise up out of the floor behind Crucible, and as a bonus action, I will cast Shield of Faith on myself. And as an action, for the first time since all this has happened, I'm going to awaken my symbiotic entity.
glowing
So,
blue spores
Can I-
that drip like a glowing veil
just-
around you.
Can I just say I fully imagined you rising from the floor like an old style vampire rising from a coffin. Like, whoa.
Yeah. A full-on goat, just two hands in
So-
front.
yeah, I wait, the like white veil that comes down from the shaggy ink cap mushroom on her head seems to kind of like swirl around along with the spores, and I gain 52 temporary hit points.
52?
You
Yeah, yeah,
use me?
yep.
Fucking what?
Wait, what? How?
Druid
It's always
hats.
been
I
an
didn't
insane amount of temp hit points for the
It's
surveillance
yeah, it's
identity. Like,
four temporary hit points for each level you have in the class.
Ah, okay, fair enough. That's a lot. But it's
hell.
okay. How long does it last until it's used, or like next time?
Benefits last for 10 minutes.
Oh shit, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like the various like shelves of fungus that kind of grow around Hemlock, some of the spores like begin to collect like snow on a windy day and build and grow and harden just like flakes of like fragmented armor across her frail form, beefing her up ever so slightly. Anything else for your turn, Hemlock? Is that you good?
That's action and bonus action. I'm staying where I am.
Alrighty. With that, Crucible, now realizing the extent of this incursion into his own home, is unhappy with this. He's not. He didn't sign up for this.
Which one is it?
So he's
That's Crucible, right?
The one in
Hemlock and
between
Marigold.
between me
Yeah.
and
Okay.
Marigold.
Okay. Cool. Not the. other
Seeing
one.
you like power up into Mega Mushroom and Marigold erupt into this wolfy form, he's gonna take hold of his maul in one hand, swing it up over his head, and bring it down with a double-handed slam right onto you, Marigold.
He still
with
has to make a con save.
Oh, he is rolling low actually. That's 15.
Fails. That's 2d8 now.
God.
He takes 12 points of necrotic damage.
12 points of necrotic damage. Oh god. Eh. Alrighty, he like puffs ever so slightly as these spores begin to fill the air around him, comes down with a swing onto you, Marigold, in your wolfy form. That is a 17 to hit your wolfy form.
that does hit.
That does hit, okay.
Sorry, I was muted when I first tried to say it.
Damage. That's right. You take 21 points of bludgeoning damage. He's gonna
Ooh.
swing around and try and like smush Hemlock into the wall with his big old hammer.
Dire wolves
and
don't
that's
have
a
a lot of hit
21
points.
hit you.
Yeah, that hits.
Hemlock,
Yeah, it hits.
and you take 20 points of bludgeoning damage from his big old hammer. I need both of you to make strength checks for me.
Strength checks. Oh shit, I accidentally closed my character sheet.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, sorry, just make a number up.
Fix that.
Yay,
Yeah.
wolfy form.
I rolled a 16, so 14.
You are not prone.
Again.
Boof.
I'm trying.
And Wolfie Marigold.
Wolfy Marigold.
Give
Eh?
me 2 secs. Strength.
Hemlock like got knocked out. It was like, all right, bitch, let's fucking go. Ah shit. Wait,
Ah, shit. I actually got a 21.
Hey.
Well, you are not knocked prone. With that, it is Willow's turn. What's Rapid Boy up to?
Oh, Willow, baby. He's gonna
What's your
see
different
the like rock guy coming around the corner, and is gonna be like,
Okay.
oop. So he's gonna attempt to hide.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check, Willow.
Bless him. Yeah, that's a dirty 20.
Perfect. With that, Glower is going to notice this as well, and seeing as these corridors are quite tight and quite filled with people, there's not much benefit to kind of adding to the blockages there. He takes a step closer, takes a step down, not closer, to this large elemental guardian, jumps up into a spinning kick. Rather than kicking it, just swipes the air, and there's a force that rattles out, you see like the chandeliers and sconces like shake slightly as he casts Thunder Wave. And
That's
boy,
cool
it
as
makes a
fuck.
con save.
I would like to learn that, please.
You took the wrong monk subclass.
Okay.
Bet you can't punch at 30 feet away, though.
Con save for
Cold and radiant.
Here's your
Yeah.
6. You'll take some damage from that. That's gonna be.
Damage. No damage. How dare you, damage?
He
Sorry.
takes.
That was cute.
11 points of thunder damage. Is it here?
Dang.
This is all stuff I should have done before. Hold on.
Carried
And
12.
is immediately like sent reeling. He clatters into the table behind him and leans up against a chair as he's thrown backwards. The chair next to Glower is like shattered into rubble. And he's going to use a bonus action to take another stone from his pocket, and he's gonna go for fucking. He's gonna go for style points. He's gonna throw
yeah.
it over Hemlock's head. Yeah, he does. He jumping spinning kick, thunder waves this Myrmidon back, and then as he lands, throws this stone. It bounces off the stonework above you, Hemlock, and then ricochets into the head of Crucible.
Yes.
Because he's here for
Respect.
style points.
Respect the style.
Yeah. Actually, there's wait. 13 points of bludgeoning damage from a fucking ricochet rock. And with that, Nute, it is your goot. What would you like to do?
Nute is going to punch.
Hell yeah. Chikara is all confused and.
Oh yeah. I rolled a 2 and a 3 on those dice.
Damn.
So
Oh, yeah.
that's an 11 and a 12 to hit.
Neither of those hit, I'm afraid, boy. What is thine bonus action?
I mean, I'm gonna flurry of blows because I feel bad about that, and I want another 2 chances to punch this person.
Go for it.
Those are just fakes, all right? They were intentional. They were to distract. Fucking hell, that's another 2, so that one doesn't count.
Buddy.
But there was also a 24 to hit.
Damn, that'll do it.
All right, we got one.
You've got one in there.
So they're gonna take 7 plus 4, 11 bludgeoning damage.
11 bludgeoning damage starts this guy off nicely with a good. Like he's confused and he's kind of flailing in a defense, but it's very hard to predict how his limbs are moving. And as you go for these strikes, he's actually swatting you away quite effectively. 11 points of damage.
Who just gets a cheeky elbow up, just back.
Nice. He looks all dazed. I forgot to make a save for him at the end of his last go, so I will roll that for him now. And he rolled a very low, a 7 something.
Nice.
So he's still confused. He's fine. With that, Ashura, it is your turn. Marigold, you're up next. What would you like to do, Monsieur Ashura?
I don't know. I need to
Yeah,
think
sure.
about it. I do not know what I should do. Bum bum. So Marigold is looking like a wolf.
She's
Look at
looking
that.
like a wolf.
Cool.
A wolf has been
yes.
smacked by a boulder, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure she looks fine.
A bloody wolf.
How
I'm not
does
fine.
how does this guy look? The small, medium-sized guy.
pretty fine.
Okay, looks fine.
These are
Alright.
fairly chunky boys.
Shit. What should I do? That's the problem, right?
You need time to think about it.
I will cast. Fuck. No, you know what? I'll just take my sword and just go and hack at the guy. I don't have any good ideas, so I'll just. Yeah, you know what? I don't know. I'll just take that and just go and hit that boy, and arrive and just say, "All right, Kithala, let's get to work," and go for an attack.
Go for it. Roll an attack on the boy.
All right, that's 17 plus 11, 28.
That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll
Cool.
some damage.
Roll.
That's 11?
Yeah, plus 11, dude. There's a reason why I did take plus the gauntlets of ogre powers. They're very important to me. Damn, yeah, dude.
And a good sword.
And a good sword. Like now it's a plus 2, so fuck yeah. 6. Nope, that didn't work. So it's a D10. I'll just roll them normally.
Alex, you need to put the slash at the start.
I know. It's an 8 and a 7. So that's 15 plus 6, 21 damage.
21 damage,
Yeah.
nice.
Does it have any resistance to fire? Because there is 7 damage
Not
of
that
fire.
not that you notice.
Okay, cool.
Seems to take
So I hack it away, and I'm going to bardic inspiration, my dear friend Glower, and say, "Don't worry, you'll be fine. Look at us. We're all doing fine. Everything is fine. Don't look at the wolf. Everything is fine. Cool? Yeah, bardic inspiration on you."
It did seem fine until you said that.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, inspiration.
Perfect, right. With that, as Ashura sprints past Glower and swings this red steel blade up into this stone guardian as it kind of stumbles back into the chairs, as these other Dao begin to defend their home as what was almost a successful stealthy recovery of Kigo has descended, as we all knew it would, into full combat. We are going to hop away for our break because it's 8:30 and we're being good on timings now.
Yeah, we'll do it.
So we're going to hop off for about half an hour, get ourselves some food, get a snack, so you should do the same. Go and take care of yourselves, get some water, get some food, give yourself a back rub if you have very long arms, and grab anything else that you need. While you take your break, not just do those things. I'm not going to ask any more of you. That's quite enough, I think, to demand of you. So, with that, we'll be back here in half an hour. We'll see you guys at 9 p.m. Hope you guys are having a good time, and we'll see you all soon.
That's a fair question.
Bye.
Yeah, bye, people.
See you
Bye,
soon.
bye, bye.
See you soon. Back here at 9.
Like Aaron 9. This is just proof that no plan survives contact with the enemy.
Oh, hello.
Hi, I'm so sorry. Wilbur saw it. Damn it. Fucking hell, Wilbur saw it.
Did Willow catch it?
Oh, you didn't hear Wilbur my gasp of like and just quickly changing it. Well, thank you, Tal.
We literally said Godzilla warning.
Hydrate.
Oh,
No,
I already.
I made a mistake. I re-clicked the studio mode without like thinking about it, and just like clicked on the overlay to put it on the studio mode, but it was in studio mode, so I just changed
Wilbo
it.
in the chat.
Wilbo,
5 gifted
oh my
subs.
fuck, Wilbo!
Hello.
Thank you.
Thank you, Wilbur. So lovely.
Damn, Wilbo.
Thank you.
You, Wilbo.
Wonderful.
Right. All
Oh, and
right.
a pasta check.
Ooh, pasta check.
All right.
To be fair, I
Right.
needed
All
that.
right.
I didn't
One more
need that.
time.
I was
Alright.
hunching quite significantly.
Crunch, crack. Here we go. Let's get back. So, wait. Battle music. Go.
Yeah,
Beat
battle
back
music. Let's go.
Beat
But
that
we
bad
left-
music.
We left off. Ashura sprinted across the room, and it's this fray that has erupted within the home of these Dao of Crucible, as you have come to save the Zorn, and have also tried to save the slaves that were held within. Ashura sprints across to take a slash at the Myrmidon elemental guardian within the space. Marigold, in your direwolf wild-shaped form, it is your go. What would you like to do?
I assume I have pack tactics with Hemlock.
You, an ally is within 5 feet, so yes.
Yeah. Cool. That means I get advantage.
Go ahead,
You're
roll
also
for
flanking.
tears.
So I'm gonna go for some bitey nibbly attacks.
Nibble, rock boy.
Nom.
My favorite battle music. Yeah.
So the first one is not that much. It's 13.
13 does not quite hit, I'm afraid.
But the second one's a nat 20, so it doesn't really matter anyway.
That just hits. His AC is nat 20s only.
Damn.
I mean, it's a nat 20 plus 5, so 25
Oh my goodness.
technically. But
Go ahead and roll some damage with your dire wolf.
yeah. That's 17 damage, and can he make a strength saving throw?
He's a large creature, you have to.
Oh. No, it just says if the target is a creature.
Alright.
Oh.
So,
Strength saving throw. 22.
yeah, he's fine.
Alright. Anything else for your doggy go?
No, that's it. I can't heal
Um,
myself, unfortunately.
Eep, buff, boop. Alrighty, with that, it's Jaketta's turn. He is still confused. He'll roll a d10 to see what he does. The 6. What does confusion do on a 6? Let's find out. 2 to a 6. Creature does not move or take actions this turn. That's his go. He'll try and make a wisdom saving throw to see if he can get out of it. He rolled another 5. He's still confused. Damn. With that, Markos, it is your go, and after the moment it is Hemlock. Markos, what would you like to do?
Ooh. I would like to zip round here, do a sweet kickflip, and land on the table.
You got a skateboard?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he
on
did
a
get a
skateboard.
skateboard.
And as I'm doing the kickflip, whilst I'm like here, I'm gonna loose 2 sharpshooter arrows at Big Boy.
At bigger boy, go ahead. He is a big
big
old
boy.
large boy. He's
Very nice.
he's kind of like compacted into this hole. He's filling the entire space. You can aim above Hemlock's head and slink into his back.
Well, I'm gonna fill his entire space with arrows. So
Oh my god!
Yes, I love that spell.
they're both ass. Absolute ass rolls. I said sharpshooter, right? Well, the first one is a 13. The second one is a 15.
Neither of those hit, I'm afraid.
Yeah, so Markos is just gonna cry, and bonus action hide, like, under the table, I suppose.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check to hide from. I think Jaketta's the only one who.
Natural
can see
20.
Okay.
So
Um,
well hidden.
So, Pass Without a Trace is still up. That's, natural 20, 30, 45.
You are the most hidden that anything has ever been. In fact, we can just like take you to the
35.
call right now. You're no longer in this campaign.
Oh, I can't believe Markos just stopped existing.
Bye, David.
Hi, bye.
Is that the end of your go, Mr. Markos?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Alrighty. Myrmidon is going to raise up its big old hammer because everything in the plane of rock uses hammers apparently. Is going to. Yeah. He looks towards you, Alex. There's kind of like blank plate mail
Alex,
helm.
damn, he's looking through the screen.
He looks through the metaphysical.
Whoa!
You. Wow!
I just get more come out, just clock.
Myrmidon takes his large stone maul, bring its arms like meld into one. Like the rock kind of blends as it raises the hammer
Please don't.
down
please.
straight towards you. And that is a 19 plus 7, so a 26 to hit you.
Yes, it does hit.
You
Hits me.
take.
I take.
36 plus 4 plus an extra 3 d10.
How much is that?
Could you make a strength saving throw for me, please?
I don't want to, Andrew. Does that?
Oh, I rolled like ass, though, don't worry. It's
Okay,
18
cool.
points of bludgeoning and thunder damage as this massive, like,
18, huh? Not
one
80.
formed maul. Okay, cool, you're fine.
Cool.
You
80.
you are not knocked prone, but this massive hammer like slams into you. You back up. You try and guard most of it, but it still pushes you back.
I didn't roll 18, Andrew. I repeated the damage you said. I rolled 14 in strength saving throw.
14. You are just okay.
Oh, cool.
That is the DC. So you are not knocked prone, but you do take a big old hit from this hammer. With that,
hell.
Hemlock is your go. After
Okay.
Crucible and then Willow, and it is Glower, then Nute.
I'm
Hemlock.
going to center on this point here that I am pinging,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to pull the spores around from myself and throw them out to that center. Can both the Dao make dexterity saving throws for me?
Is this something that?
It's an area of effect. It's fairy fire. Each object in a 20-foot
Okay.
cube
Nice.
within range.
Okay.
Both of them make dexterity saving throws, please.
Dexterity saving throw from the Dow.
From the
Not
deal.
the best. It's a 17 from Crucible.
Fail.
Fail. Fuck. All right.
My
and-
DC is
and-
8. My DC is 18.
Jesus. And an 11 from Chiquita. So I think they
Both
have
fail.
both sparkly boys.
For the duration, all attacks against them have advantage,
I love
as they can't
it.
benefit from being invisible.
Shame. The other Dow is just confused now. He's bright as fuck. He's just like, what is going on?
Yeah, I put targets on them because you have advantage.
That's cool.
So you cast Fairy Fire, the space illuminates in these kind of like light blue, kind of sparking, flowing spores that cling to their forms. Anything else for your turn?
I think that's going to be all of my turn. I don't have any bonus actions, so that's me.
Alrighty, with that, it's Crucible followed by Willow and Glower. He is going to continue his back and forth. He's going to swing once towards you, Marigold. It's only a 13 to hit you.
Nah, mate.
He's going to grit his crystalline teeth in frustration and swing in a reverse, like, uppercut swing towards you, Hemlock, try and take your chin off with a boulder. Throw my dice off the table. That's a 6 plus 10, a 16.
Just hits.
Yeah,
My AC is 16 with Shield of Faith.
Alrighty. You take 16 points of bludgeoning damage, and can you
Ow!
make a strength check for me, please? Where did that dice even go? I need to just do this in a paddling pool,
Cocked.
so it lands within a certain area all the time.
15, so 13.
You are not prone as this massive.
Wait, I never got up. I did not get up. I'm still on the floor.
The attack should have been at advantage.
It
wasn't a crit, but you're fine.
I'm still on the floor. I'm not getting up.
You're double prone, just rotating by 90 degrees, from standing to lying down to headstand.
In that, he's just going to step over you. He'll take an attack of opportunity from you.
Does he have legs?
Marigold. Yeah. Okay. Big
will,
old thick stone thighs. And he just
And
steps over you, Hemlock. You get a view of some pretty chunky rocky nuts.
No. See, I
do.
knew it. A dick rock, shaped rock.
That's a 21 to hit.
21 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Let's go, Dire Wolf. Marigold.
That's 11 damage.
11 damage. You take a chunk out of the back of his foot.
Biting his Achilles tendon.
He needs to make a save? Or is that just on his hands? For, like, falling over.
Oh no, he does need to make a save.
Oh god, is he gonna fall on me?
A strength save that's a 17.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, thank fuck.
You, like, nip the back of his heels and he kind of grits his teeth. He steps over Hemlock. And he's gonna get to a point where he can see the full extent of the situation.
Attack of opportunity from Hemlock?
He's still in my range, but he can make another con save.
Oh god.
Yeah.
13 plus 7.
Yeah, that succeeds.
He holds his breath and your spores don't do shit. He's going to... He's not going to run from his own home, but he knows that there's a lot of you at this point. No, he's not dumb. No, he's not. Yeah. How fast can he go?
You know who we can't see though?
Indeed.
Markos.
Yeah, he's gonna... He gets into this part, he gets past Flower.
Oh no, Willow is standing between him and the door.
Speaking of Willow, it is his turn, followed by Glower and Nute. What's Willow?
Oh no!
Don't worry, I'm gonna try and stop it down. We'll be good, don't worry. You've got it.
Is Willow gonna square up right now?
What is Willow gonna do?
Oh god, I'm so scared. His gore attack is only a d6 damage.
Crucible does not look like a d6 would do it.
No.
Dodge.
Yeah,
Dodge.
that's true.
Dodge.
Yeah, he'll action dodge
Okay.
so that it's harder for Crucible to hit him if he decides to just like twat a rabbit on the way out of his house.
Right.
Quick interjection to welcome the raiders from Sword and Quill.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome to Chasing Tales. We're fighting some Dao, rescuing a Zorn, and getting ready to go on a hunt for a Zaratan? Question mark.
I feel like that was 3 words that
a
no
lot
one would
of shit
understand
happening.
except us at this point. Like, you need to be in the mood.
Or
Here we are.
ducks down and cowers as the Crucible, this massive Dao, begins making his moves to flee, potentially. You've invaded his home, but there's a lot of you, and you're not throwing light punches, and he's more survivalist than he is proud.
Nute
Legally speaking, if
literally
he runs on
can't
his
throw
home,
light
we own
punches.
it.
He can. Glower is going to take their turn, however. Glower's going to fucking try and sweep the leg.
Yes, Glower!
Glower is a fucking king. That's
We
gonna
love-
be-
Hydrate people.
Oh,
Hydrate?
That. So Glower's gonna, for his first attack, Glower goes into a floor spin and sweeps the leg. Crucible actually takes His foot, as he goes for a step, just gets taken out from underneath him and he collapses to the floor prone. And then Glower's just going to go for another like crescent kick to the head as he's on the floor
Yes.
prone.
Fuck yeah, Glower. Bad bitch.
14
Bad
for
bitch.
hit. And a natural 20, my baby. All right.
Oh!
Natural 20.
His punches do a d10.
We
so
love
that's
to
gonna
love
be
him.
3d8.
A D10.
Yeah, boy. This boy ain't fucking around.
Damn. Plus
Big boy
10.
monk.
Motherfucker.
He's going to deal 31 points of damage with a heal.
Oh my god.
As Crucible grunts and kind of growls out like grinding stone as he collapses to the ground as he's tripped prone and then thumped by Glower. He like rolls ready to get up, but Glower now like there's a glint in his eye. And you Marigold and Nute, you understand him go, that's what you get for fucking stealing my pet, isn't it, you bitch? As he's like
Yes!
kicking the shit out of this down. With that, Nute, it is your turn. Ashura, you're up next.
Yeah,
Nute,
quick.
what do you
Yeah, sorry.
Well,
Go ahead, John.
he's already done half of the job that I was going to do. So that's quite nice. Newt is going to ignore this dude and just go over here instead, because that dude's fucking in their own world.
Yep.
And Newt's just going to come up and basically just plant a foot onto Crucible to effectively grapple them.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and
Go ahead and make a
make sure that he ain't getting up.
make a strength check. Athletics, if you have
An
it.
athletics check, which I believe because of enlarge
You
is
have
done
advantage on your
with
knowledge.
advantage. Let me just
Yes,
double check to be sure. Yep, advantage on the strength checks and saving throws. And also I have plus 14.
Fuck. On an athletics check.
Yep, Gauntlets of Overpower, and I took expertise last level by getting the
you
skill
bitch.
feat. And I... Alright, does a 31 do it?
You know, it just does.
Yeah.
17. You plant your foot on the ground and he is pinned to the floor. His speed is now 0. That's technically one of your attacks.
That is
so
one of my attacks. I'm just gonna say now, I'm gonna spend a key point to flurry of blows, and I'm throwing 3 more punches at this dude.
all at
Guy is
advantage.
on
Go
the
at
floor
advantage.
getting pummeled.
First one is a 23.
That'll hit. The AC is 18. Just go ahead and
Okay, second one misses. And the third one also hits. So that's 2 that'll hit. So we've got... Where'd my dice go? 2d8 plus 2d4 because big.
because big. You pinned this
Just-
guy to the floor with your foot. How are you pummeling this guy on the ground?
Like, Newt just straight up, like, plants his foot down, leans down a bit, and is just, like...
Ground pounding.
It's
like,
not even much, like, technique in this case. Just, like, straight across the jaw, just haymaker, haymaker, haymaker.
Hell yeah. How much damage
Turning
did
this
these
boy
haymakers do?
into gravel.
So that is 8, 10, 11, 16, plus 8, 24 points of bludgeoning damage.
Hell yeah. You like a scattering of crystals and like Icarus blood scatter across the marble stone as you just whack into this Dow on the ground. His jaw like hangs uncomfortably loose. For a creature that is partially made of stone, a lot of gravel and grit is now like kind of scattering across the ground around you. That's your action, bonus action. Is anything else for you, or is that your go?
That is my turn.
Perfect. Ashura, it is your go. What would you like to do?
I have one question before anything. Did Glauer use his bardic inspiration?
I did not know.
Okay, cool. Just
Sounds
reminding you
forgotten.
then. No worries. Just reminding you for next time. So I have this big boy in front of me. I'm just gonna be like, that hurt, dude. And he's gonna hack at it again. I don't want to use spell slots. So, that's a nat 20. Oh my god.
We're doing so fucking good.
That's a
Come
nat
on.
20.
Boy.
Killing it, man.
Yeah, but I didn't.
Yes.
I
Burn
didn't.
them now.
No, I'm not gonna
You have
burn
your
anything.
psychic blades and things.
Yeah, but I have. It's. Oh, do they come back? I don't think bardic inspiration come back after a
I think I
short
can make a
rest.
long rest.
I
Maybe.
think they do. Let me just check. Yeah, shit. Okay, cool. I'm gonna hit it and cast Divine Smite at level 5.
Go for it.
Cool.
Jesus, alright.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. That's not that good. It's
Just a level 5.
just a level
So
5.
I don't know, like 68 extra damage, which becomes 12d8 extra. It's not really that much if you think about it.
No, it's not that much. Okay, so it's let me just type it out. It's a lot to type out. I'm so sorry.
Like, I want you to know, Alex.
Yes.
My 5th level spells that I have prepared are Mass Cure Wounds and Reincarnate. 5th level spells are high level spells, dude.
Yeah. Like mine are planar binding and scrying. Like,
So that's 62 plus 6.
Wait, you all have 5th level spells?
So that's 68. That's 68 damage.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, Mr. One cantrip over there.
As you
Mr.
go in,
Cantrips over there.
he goes in, finds after like getting knocked by the guy, he goes in, goes for under the arm, light gray energy goes around the blood colored weapon, sorry, and just goes for a slash like on the armpit from it for 68 damage.
Slices up, kind of chips underneath like the plate armor itself. You worry for a moment that you've kind of hit a hard spot in the armor, but you channel the magic through it and it blasts out in that light grey radiance, and it just subtle knives through the steel, and then there's a with gravel and grit as that left arm into just gravel on the ground. The creature just like looks towards you and tries to regain its balance after however many 100 kilograms of rock were just severed from it. Like regains its balance, like the helm like locks back onto you, but it looks up. It looks
need
like
a
it's
hand.
barely hanging on.
Yeah.
We got a hydrate from both Tal and Wilbo.
All right.
Hold on a second.
I'm hydrating with Coke now.
Yeah, it's a kind of hydrate. I'm doing the same thing. Don't worry. How many spells do I have left? I have enough.
Yeah, this guy looks like he went from pretty good to not that good.
Yay.
Anything else from you, Ashura?
No, I will move a tiny bit to leave the space if, in any case, like, anyone wants to join me, so I'll just go there.
It'll take an attack of opportunity against you, and it rolled on that 20.
No, Andrew.
He hasn't moved out of the creature space.
Oh, my mistake.
Yeah,
my
I
mistake.
just stepped on the side, so anyone who would want to run to me could.
Okay, I see. Perfect.
Just to say, because I forgot it, because Crucible hit me on his turn, I rolled a Constitution saving throw for Fairy Fire. It is all fine. It's still up there.
Oh yeah,
good.
I should do the same thing for confusion for the guy because I didn't do it when the stone guy hit me. Should I do it now?
Yes, please.
I think I would lose. Depends quickly.
10 plus
Yeah,
damage take.
it's a 2+2, so that's 4. Cool. So he's not confused
Okay.
anymore.
Alrighty, I'll just not.
Sorry for getting that.
It's alright.
Alrighty, you step to one side
Thank
to
you,
allow your
Rowan.
friends to assist you. With that, Marigold, in your direwolf form, it is your go. What would you like to do?
Hi. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna come up to this corner here, and then run down to this. Yes.
Just jump over me.
And then run down to this guy.
Right as you get to him, he's like shaking his head. He's like, "My vision is coming back." He's rolling blue with kind of spores stuck to his form with fairy fire attacks at advantage.
Yeah. Let me just. Cool. My attacks are 19 and 17, respectively.
19 hits, 17 does not.
Oh my god! That is 12 damage. Can he make a strength save?
12 damage and a natural 1.
He's
Does
prone.
he fall in the fireplace?
You know what? Yeah. Yeah, he does. You lunge on the first one, like you stab him, he's like it bats you away, but you renew, you pounce forward, your kind of front paw on his chest, and you bite towards his face. You take a chunk of like grit and kind of dust to your teeth. But he like stumbles backwards into the flames and of fire damage.
Just the one.
Just a little bit. But he falls prone. Anything else you would go? Have you satisfied with a good chunk taken?
That's good.
Alrighty. For his turn, Jacada, still coated in this kind of glowing blue, is going to look up at you, kind of roll a bit, glance out the doorway, and see Jacada also like being just straddled and pummeled by like an 8 foot tall Durgar, and just puts his hands up. I will not part of this. If your argument is with him, take it with him. I'll not. It's like into the eyes of this hulking direwolf that is like on top of him. Like a dog that is the size of you is scary, and I feel like even if you're big Dow, this direwolf is the same. It's like you've just been.
Direwolves are fucking big.
Yeah.
Like regular dogs are scary. Because if a Rottweiler goes like at you, you're like. Whoa. Now if like a fucking deer hunter dog, like a Great Dane size thing, like jumps on you, like he's fucking scared. He fucking like.
No, but that's even bigger than a Great Dane. That's like.
Yeah, like it would be.
It's
like
the size of a horse.
Real life wolf.
Comparable.
Oh
like,
yeah.
He's that bigger. Right. Direwolf that was bigger. So he like puts his hands up and is like, I want no part in this.
Why is he from New York? Is that? It sounds like a fucking
part in this.
Italian American. I'm walking over here.
I'm just trying to be a sleazy politician over here.
Bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Markos, from beneath your table, from whence no one, nor true sight, blind sight, nor the eternal divine eyes of the gods can see.
Yep.
It is your turn. What would you like to do?
Nat 20 on a stealth check with a 25 bonus. He is gonna do a shoot. Yeah, it's close enough. And I'm gonna Pokeball Iron Bands of Binding at Crucible. I believe I have advantage.
Is it? I think he makes a save, doesn't he?
No, it's a ranged weapon attack.
If it's a ranged weapon attack, you'd have disadvantage because he's prone.
It'd be a straight throw because he has got third fire, but he is prone.
That's true.
Okay.
You could walk up to him and maybe fine, but
can I get that?
He's a fucking big boy. He's prone.
Yeah.
He's grappled. It's easy. Just roll a straight attack. It's easy.
I'm just gonna I'll just get him. Let's choose.
You're throwing a Pokeball at a hippo that's being tied to the floor. Like it.
Oh, it might not hit. It's a 19.
19 does hit.
Yay!
He
needs to make a DC 20 strength saving throw.
Woo,
Come on.
Let's go.
Low money. All the
No.
whammies.
I rolled that with advantage. I shouldn't have. That's a different thing. Roll it again. He rolled a 10.
He is restrained, and he cannot make. He cannot succeed on a strength saving throw against the Iron Bands of Binding for 24 hours.
Yeah.
All right. The fucking you throw it and it into like a net and it wraps around him. Nute, you have to like dodge to the side slightly as these
Nute quickly
steel
lifts up his
coils
foot.
like tear around this creature and bind him tightly in these steel coils. He like shouts out many expletives in Terran. That's an attack of your go, I believe, or an attack.
That was my action.
Okay.
Bonus action. Get over here
Alrighty.
and whip out me sword.
Whip out
Alright.
my sword.
With that, it is the rock boy who's going to take a couple swings at you, Ashura, for cutting
How
its arm
dare
off.
he?
I need to stop rolling this at myself. That's a 25 to hit,
That does hit.
followed by a 21 to hit.
Yeah, sure.
You take 15 points of bludgeoning damage as this creature swings at you
Ooh.
with its like one remaining hand. Goes
Ouchie. Why you do
on
this?
towards you.
Bah.
With that, Hemlock, and then the NPCs. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna get up from prone using half my movement, and I'm gonna walk very slowly over to here. I'm gonna like duck under Nute's arm.
Easy enough.
As I'm walking, I'm gonna throw a healing word over to Ashura at second level.
Oh, that's
So
nice.
you get is it 9? Yeah, I rolled quite low. 9 points of healing.
Let's go. Wait, I need to calculate all that. So I'm at...
And then I'm going to kneel down to where Crucible is, and I'm gonna grab him by the fucking throat, and I'm gonna cast Hemlock's Decaying Grasp on him.
Whoa, it's...
Advantage on the attack.
Yeah.
He is restrained, prone, fairy fire. There are so many things making this easy.
Natural 20.
Let's go.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like your hand does not really fit around his stone
No.
throat, but you would place it on his larynx.
It's the action of it.
You just like tiny little hand on his face, like.
I have a question.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. Ah!
I have a question for the. I don't know, because that's necromancy damage, right?
It's necrotic damage.
Okay,
yes.
necrotic, necromancy. Yeah, no, necrotic. Cool. Because
It might be a necromancy spell.
Yeah.
It is. It's a necromancy cantrip.
Because could you? Are they organic? I feel like they're just rock moving.
Will he start? I mean, the thing about it is if you touch any inanimate natural material, so it wouldn't work for him.
Okay,
He's
yeah.
not inanimate.
Yeah, cool.
He's still alive, right?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see about that.
Wait to finish
Well, I mean,
that sentence.
In general, a Dao is a living being.
In general, yes.
And
that's-
therefore.
33 points of necrotic damage.
What?
How do you want to do this?
Oh
This
yes.
Strange man.
I'm going to kneel down in front of him. I'm going to make sure that he's looking me in the eyes, and I'm going to put my hand on his throat. And I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to look at him and keep squeezing until and it's not strength behind it. It's just that all of the spores and the mycelia seem to flow from her arms into him, and I'm just going to keep my hand there until he stops moving.
Should we be?
As you place your hand against hit the front of his his neck is as wide as his thick head,
Yeah.
and you place your hand on it and begin to close your hand, and you see all of you crowded around this also see the glowing blue spores that have been swirling like a whirlwind around Hemlock, that clung to the in fairy fire, kind of all gather and kind of flow down her hands and course into penetrating claws that push through the rock, turning it to dust as it kind of flitters away like ashes, and your hand just effortlessly just pushes into the rock itself, deeper and deeper until it spreads and his whole body just peels away into fine powder. His hammer clatters to the ground and begins to crumble as well. His clothing and everything just flitters away as he is turned to nothing.
So the iron bands of binding are just leaving a hollow.
Mm-hmm. There is a really kind of eerie cage.
We just-
Dow-shaped cage there.
We just turned him into essentially an Iron Maiden filled with compost.
That's basically it.
Filled with dust.
I have a question. Should we be concerned about Hemlock? I feel like Taliesin said it in the chat,
Yes.
but I am concerned with Hemlock right now.
Man had slaves.
Yeah,
Man was
yeah,
a fucking slaver.
We'll be
You've
having
been-
talks about this later, don't worry.
yeah. You've been violent. She's been
also
violent.
know-
All of this.
All of this.
You also notice the Myrmidon Ashura in front of you, as soon as Crucible vanishes, the Myrmidon just
I keep on hitting
freezes
it.
in.
Okay, it's
The
cool.
pieces of armor just kind of crumble and fall to pieces.
I beat
And-
it.
You did. You conquered your foe.
Yay!
I did.
And with that, the figures of danger are past as you find that Chikara is completely surrendering. He as Crucible becomes nothing, Markos and Marigold, as you loom over this prone creature, rolling himself out of the fireplace but still prone, looks up at both the two of you for now, glances and sees Hemlock just disintegrate essentially his companion, his master. Look, I don't want no. Go, take what you want. His bedroom's that way.
Do you have diamonds?
Probably some. I
Okay,
don't know.
cool.
This is his place.
I'll go check.
Bedroom's that way. The storeroom's that way. And he like tentatively begins to like stand up. Like, if you let him, he's like,
I'll let him, but I'm still like. "Arr."
yeah, he's like cowering. Like beforehand, when you saw him, when you guys were stealth, he was like kind of like, yes, talking to Crucible. He's not like, oh fuck, and like avoids you and like tries to like step around the dire wolf.
So I'm gonna unwild shape.
Okay,
Um,
into little Marigold.
so I go from being very large to being quite small.
Whoopity-doopity-doo.
And I'm just gonna look up at him and be like, I understand. You were a follower, worker, subordinate, whatever, of Crucibles. If you continue to spread his behavior, I can promise you we will be back.
Make an intimidation check. I'll do it with an advantage because your group in
Because
general.
everything.
This is
Oh,
Because of all that bullshit.
This is a PSA. Slavery is bad, people. Okay, don't do it.
In case any of you in the chat were considering it, this is what happens.
Just in case you didn't know,
Oh yes.
slavery is bad.
David, you had a hand up.
Oh.
Yeah, it was gonna be a silly thing. It was just like Markos was gonna like after like we tamed the situation, so to speak. Markos was gonna like go up and like lean slightly against the wolf, but then I imagine you like start to wild shape back and he's like, and, like, nearly falls over. That was it. I was gonna say that and you're like, no, she wild shapes back and I'm like, oh.
Don't wanna stop the thing, but Willie just redeemed a critical success for Meggie. There you go.
Hey!
You get
No,
a
no.
critical.
That's on my intimidation.
That's
It
Yeah.
wasn't a critical success. It
Critical
was
success.
wild magic surge.
Oh.
We don't have one.
anymore.
We don't have
Yeah.
one magic surge anymore.
We
It's
removed
been
that.
replaced with critical success.
Which is good.
Okay.
Are you using your critical success on this?
Do I use it for this or do I save it?
Nah, keep
I
it.
think
Keep
it, it happens on the next roll, so it depends whether or not you want to keep it. It happened
exactly.
on a roll, so it's like, do you want to
Yeah.
use it here or?
I'm gonna
let you choose,
assume-
and then we'll save it.
I'm going to assume that the person who redeemed it in the chat intended for me to use it for this roll. So I'm
Okay.
going to use it for this roll.
Okay.
So with
Nice.
my intimidation, that will be a 22.
Nice.
Very
And
nice.
given
It's
the
a nat 20.
situation, it was not a high DC of any kind. As you kind of like shrink down into this terrifying little mum gnome.
She's like
Um,
brushing her apron down.
Putting
She has
her
the-
braids back into place.
Yeah.
You got it, boss.
You got it,
Right.
boss.
He like
Tiny
begins to like
boss.
step around you. Sure. As he begins like tentatively stepping around all of you, he's like walking around you. You. Yes, me. Sure. What are you up to?
I just want to go quickly check because we can't stay here very long. I mean, maybe we don't care.
No, you're not leaving yet.
Well, I'm not. I'm going into the store.
Not you.
So the next
the-
talking to
Ah.
the
He's
other,
sniveling.
the Dow.
Dow,
the Dow.
you're not leaving.
Right.
What is it that you could want from me? I'm just going to go.
Well, you are going to stay here until we are gone,
Should we put him in the
and then you are
cages?
going to stay here
Oh my
for
god.
another 2 hours.
We should put him in the cages, right? Like, I feel like that would help the situation a lot.
I don't know, he's pretty big. The cage might not be able to hold him, but he's not going to move anywhere.
There
right?
was a,
He like
there was
glances
a,
back
stay
toward
here.
the cage. As you're mentioning that, the Clay Ganassi, the Korred, and the Knoll that were in that cage have all like opened the door and come out at this point. And as they like they watched all of that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like the Knoll kind of stays at the back. He has very like kind of high school football at Chad kind of vibes. He like at the back kind of like cross-legged, like cross-armed, like. Was waiting for what you did just there.
Why is everyone here from New York?
I don't
None
know.
of them are.
Earth plane is New
On
York.
this Knoll.
Apart from the Ganassi, who are all Scottish.
Yeah. Canon-wise, we know the devils are all from Texas, so maybe all the Earth plane is from
Deep
New
South.
York. Yeah, deep south.
The corridor is like 3 foot high, very round, fake, like humanoid-ish, with like little stumpy legs and a massive plume of like black and grey hair, like kind of waddles his way out. Marigold, you're quite familiar with these Fae. Very like they hide amongst stones, and their hair is very valuable. As whatever you cut their hair with, the hair becomes that material.
Ooh.
So if you get a pair of golden scissors and cut a length of its hair, you'd get a chunk of gold. It like comes out.
Thank you so much, all of you, for taking care of this mess. He's been an abusive master and member of this community, and I'd just like to give you all my thanks. And
He like reaches out his little like he's very small but has massive hands, like clasps them around yours, Marigold, and he.
Well, I suppose if he is going to stay here, then we must all make ourselves scarce, yes? Yeah, all right. Well...
Do you have places you can go?
We can find our way, I'm sure, mostly out of town for the time being, perhaps, as we're little known as relations to Crucible, but perhaps Mr. Takeda here could arrange for something of a, re-entry into society under more favourable terms. Isn't that right, Takeda?
And the Dow that's like,
yes, something like this looks like it could be viable. I'll clean up. You all, go on to your adventures, and I'll make sure that this is all,
Copacetic.
copacetic, yes.
sure.
So when all that is happening, can I go to the storeroom and just check for anything valuable, and more specifically
Sure, I'll be
diamonds?
looting.
I should be looting and looking for diamonds, specifically, and everything else.
Make a little investigation check for me. my
Yes, I
friend.
can. That I can do. I am so good at investigation.
There you go. Hand up.
Can I just quickly, before as the slaves are leaving, I just want to say to the Fae, I just want to be like, stay safe in Sylvan, so he's like knows I'm cool.
He, like pauses with his his big hand on the handle, reaching up, and like glances at you with like his like eyes scrunched up in a smile, his big old rosy cheeks, like.
Cute.
And you.
Oh.
Come on, you two.
And he like talks back to the Clay Ganassi and the Knoll, and they step out. The Knoll kind of like kicks the little hammer that's left on the ground from Crucible. It's like, good job. Hang tight. And he like
Rock
steps
on.
down the door.
Rock
on.
Yeah, rock on.
Hang tight.
And they all exit.
What you don't realize is that is actually like a prayer sign to
It's a-
Ninagu, the god of
it's a-
Knolls.
Yeah, it's a sign of
The
deep
demon
respect
lord of
in.
Knolls.
It's a sign of deep respect in Knoll culture.
Yeah.
Canon.
I rolled an 18, and also Wilbo has redeemed a hydrate, but I forgot about it.
I think someone just rang the flat. I don't know. I feel like I should sit.
Do you want
I
to go
missed the
check?
phone call now.
Just give us 10,000. Just say there's like 10,000 gold worth of diamonds in that storeroom, and we'll
We've got
just.
about.
we
We've
can
got
go.
50 minutes left. All right, I'm gonna run down and see if there's anything.
Yeah, go.
You guys
Yeah.
chat with the chat.
Yeah, we can chat with the chat.
Yeah.
Chat with the
chat.
chat.
Hey guys.
Damn. Yeah, I don't know why, but Jordan, do not say a word. Jordan's caption says mayonnaise, and I do not know why.
I'll get a screenshot before Jordan speaks again.
I took it, but so it says Yones because the ma of Yones
Your names.
redeem poster from Tal. It's
Thank you, Tal.
wait. I'm just gonna remove. Do not say anything, Jordan. I will remove his icon.
So we can get a good screenshot.
No, that's not that. I'm gonna get
Can
a
I
good
also
screenshot.
say, David's caption currently says a sign to the god of Knowles, as in Beyonce Knowles, which I also very much appreciate.
Love it.
Okay, I got the
love
mayonnaise
these
one.
captions. I love these captions.
Yeah, except mine suck because it's everybody's caption at once.
Did
What?
you remove his character picture just to get the full mayonnaise?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did, and I don't know why.
Dedication.
I
I don't know why you did this. I need to find a way to put like the icons in a good way so it doesn't because mine is like.
Alex, what you can do for the future is just make the caption box a little bit smaller. So instead of it going across the whole of the bottom, you make it a tiny bit like away from the edge.
Oh yeah.
So that it doesn't overlap the icon.
Yeah. That's a good idea. I'll do that. Well, should one of you also check the bedroom so we can be like fast and efficient?
Who's good at looting? Who's got a good investigation?
You know
Well,
what?
I don't mean to brag.
I thought I did, but I don't.
What's mine?
You're smart.
Mine might be pretty good now. It's
have
a
a
plus
+3.
3. I'm not proficient in it, but I've got good intelligence. I need to read that book. I keep forgetting that we have that book. I
Also,
need to read
Jordan, you'd think Ashura is smart. He has 11 in intelligence. He's not. He's like he has.
Alex,
Sorry, why would we think Ashura
I
is
don't
smart?
think Ashura is smart.
No, because you said
Yeah,
you're
no
smart.
one
Oh,
thinks
you weren't.
Ashura is smart.
You were.
No
You were.
offense, Alex. No one thinks that.
It's. I thought you were talking to me when you said. I think.
Sorry, babe. No one thinks Ashura is smart.
You know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna do something a bit. I'm gonna do something a bit weird. All right. I'm gonna do what I normally do. I'm gonna go to the DMG.
Are you going to roll on a random loot table?
I might
You're gonna roll a
random
loot table? Oh,
This
I'm
is not
excited.
something Andrew normally does. I like to kind of have control over.
Can I put in a request for a gilded acorn worth 200 gold?
Yeah, are there anything... Yeah, let's get your requests in now.
roll
What
a
do you need to spell?
roll a persuasion check.
Plus 2 longbow would be nice.
What's my persuasion though?
You've got a fancy
Rather
gun
than-
in the works. You chill out.
I'd like to request plus 2
Andrew.
fists.
Andrew,
Meg.
I did just roll an 18.
Okay.
Can I have my gilded acorn, please?
Do you get girlfriend advantage?
Girlfriend
She does.
advantage.
To be fair, she kind of does.
It's not advantage. It's
Wait.
not advantage, but the DC is very low.
Andrew, Wilbo is saying he's just spoken to the banker, and the banker says the offer on the table is 1 bag of holding. Deal or no deal?
We have one.
Oh, we get
Another
one.
Give another one.
And then we put
Is that another
one in.
hydrate from Tal?
It is another hydrate from Tal.
So,
Tell
sure,
you have a
I need you to roll
I love
a
him.
D100, please.
Okay, who rolls it?
You.
Oh,
I need
sorry.
you
He just asked you to roll it. And you were like, hey, who rolls?
Roll a D100. Who?
Okay, but who does?
Shut
Only
up!
your character.
I shut up. I didn't hear the beginning. That's that's a 99.
Ooh.
That's a 99. What the fuck?
That's a high roll, but does that matter on a random blue table?
I never know which one. If it's
Chat. I need you to roll 3d6.
3d6 gold.
Someone in chat, who's getting there quicker? Who's
Okay,
getting
go,
there
go,
quickest?
go. I'm thinking
3d6.
either Tal, either Wilbo. They're very on it. Wheeling is
Wilbo,
also
Tal.
here. Oh,
Potentially
Wheeling's-
Tofu, if Tofu's here in mod view, maybe.
Tofu
had-
probably
he
won't
had-
have 3d6 on hand.
Yeah, but he had to go walk.
That's my
'cause he-
guess.
No, he had to go walk. He had too much caffeine.
Okay, so Tal rolled a 3.
No, Tal, I don't.
3d6.
3d6. Guys, what the fuck? 3d6? What are you rolling? Wilbo, what, 2? How?
3, 3, and 2. Apparently.
No, 2 is
3,
impossible.
3, and 2.
2 is
3, 3, and
impossible.
2. So,
Oh,
3, 3, and 2.
sorry, my
Yeah,
bad.
8.
Yeah.
8.
Yeah, I
Okay.
thought it was 3
you
overall.
find Ashura. I'm sorry, none of those are diamonds. You find a collection of 8 beautiful sapphires and rubies. They
Ooh.
like every single one of them is individually cut in the shape of like tools, like simple, very modest tools. So you see a hammer, like the size of like your hand outstretched. But one of them is made of solid ruby, and then one is made of sapphire, and they all have like gold filigree around the handles. You have 8 1,000 GP gemstones. So you have
Oh,
8 of
shit.
these, each of them
Oh.
is 1,000.
All right.
Talking of 1,000 GP gemstones, just for bookkeeping purposes, when the the planar binding failed, that used up one of the blood crystals because it requires 1,000 GP gem. I have 2 left.
All right. Well, you just got 8 more.
I've got 8 more.
I'll say 4 ruby, 4 sapphire.
Cool. 4 rubies, 4 sapphires. I'll put it in my possession, or whoever has the bag of holding. Maybe I should put it in.
I think Markos has the bag of holding.
Yeah. Do you want to put that? So 4 rubies, 4 sapphires of.
Worth 1,000 each.
Yeah.
Now I need chat. I need you to roll a d100 for me.
Chat, roll a d100.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Wilbur. I love you.
roll... So to keep this interesting, one of you roll a d10, the other one roll a d10. Whoever
like
gets
that.
there first. First one is tens. Second one is units.
I like that.
Sounds good.
Nice.
Okay. All right.
Who do we have? Who's gonna get
Wheelie got there first with a whole d100.
22.
But
Let's go for Wheelie then.
Yeah, let's go for Willy.
Wheelie.
What's the number?
22.
22.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say roll again because that's not something that's relevant for the party.
Oh,
Aw.
I'm sorry, Willie. You got there first. I appreciate you, but
we love you, Wheelie.
we do.
But 22 is like.
We really do.
But
We
we
really
really do.
It's
but
magic
I-
paper.
I'm not loving 22. I'm rolling on tables. I'm using
Yeah.
the DMG. I don't do this.
Wilbur?
Wilbur, did you check?
What did Wilbur roll? Did Wilbur get a 69?
No, Wilbur said 100.
Yeah.
Seriously, Wilbur?
Like, seriously?
I mean, realistically thinking about it, it's as likely as any other number.
Yes, but still.
100.
Absolutely.
100.
Totally. I don't believe him. He just said
If you
absolutely
trust-
and totally.
It depends,
Completely
how
honest.
much you trust Wilbur, Andrew.
Totally. Look at him, no lies. I could no.
How much do
Like, I believe it.
I believe it?
What is this?
I trust Wilbur.
I've got
Yeah.
no reason to not believe it.
If it spawns 100 dragons around us, I don't want him. I don't-
It's fine.
I
At
just-
that point, D&D doesn't have enough
No.
time to deal with it, and the game
No,
is crashed.
Taliesin. Taliesin said he just rolled 100 too. You know what, Andrew? I feel like.
It was fate.
It was fate.
Oh my god.
It's not as bad as the infinite Baylor thing that you could do in 3rd edition.
The what now?
I'm gonna say
Fatal.
roll again because 100 is a very specific wizard item, and none of you are wizards.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it's
Oh.
like weird shit. No, I did.
Look, shall I just
fuck
do
you.
it now?
Yeah, do
Yes.
it. I'm
Yes.
sorry,
Yes.
chat.
Yes.
Thank you for the
And
100.
we'll
That's
get,
insane.
We'll get moving on along with the game because I don't like.
We've got 40 minutes left.
This is why cables suck, guys, because you end up with
20.
shit that doesn't apply.
20.
20.
That's another sword. Damn it!
Okay, I'm
Okay,
gonna...
I rolled
I
90.
want swords. Give me swords,
You already
dude.
have a cool sword.
Andrew,
Yeah.
I rolled 90.
90. 90.
This is impossible.
I'm ready for it.
I'll-
I'm not ready for if
I'll
it's another one.
accept 90.
Okay.
And it's gonna be a shitty one. By the way, I'm taking my robe back.
Coil up your rope.
Oh, Wilbur actually genuinely got a 93.
Should we
We've
take
got,
the
we've
93?
got a
It's
we've
good.
got a 90 from Jordan. So
Yeah.
Hi
92 or
everyone,
93,
welcome
whichever
to
it works.
the rolling 2d10 stream.
It's an amazing stream where we roll 2d10 and
all
just
we do
see.
is roll d10s. We're a World of Darkness stream now.
Yeah.
I just rolled 69.
No, you did not. How did? Wait, are you saying we rolled 99, 169 in the same stream?
I just rolled 90 before this, and then I've just rolled 69. It's right there. It's beautiful. It's
Rolling now to see what I
Nice.
can come up with.
What if you roll a d10 for me, please?
Yes.
I got it,
can.
I got it.
Okay, you got it. You got it.
Three.
Go. 3.
3.
All right.
God, Rowan
fine.
just
There we go.
threw,
was
it,
ready.
threw,
You know
threw
what? I
themselves
thought that
into
would be
the
a
dive.
really interesting bit to use the book, but it turned into a mess, and I apologize.
No, that's fine. You tried
You find
things,
a
Andrew.
collection of gems, of these beautiful, tooled, crafted gems, and in a display case, on one side, you see
It's gonna be so bad.
a set of armor.
Oh.
It looks fairly standard at a first glance, but when you get closer, you see that it is very finely engraved across every single inch of it in like spiraling text and runes, like flowing waves and intricate symbols. Across the tops of each of the shin pads of this plate mail armor, it's a full suit of plate mail. It has a full chest thing. The shoulder pads are they're a little bit extra. And across
A little bit Warcraft 3.
a little bit Warcraft. Across like each part of it is a gold kind of like figurehead, and within that is set a solid ruby. So like, on each shoulder there is like a bunch of like extravagance, and then a ruby, and then the same on the other shoulder, the center of the chest, the knees, the arms.
It's so intense.
That's so gaudy. I hate it.
I love it.
Ew.
You said extravaganza.
Very
I
loud.
said yes. I say yes.
And with a simple tap of your sunglasses, you can tell it is plate armor of fire resistance.
Oh shit, that's cool. All right.
Can you use
I'll,
that
Because
against
we're
different
not bad
stuff?
enough at stealth already.
no, I'll just put it on my shoulder and just walk to everyone else and just say, I got this. It's pretty cool. We should put it in the bag, and whoever wants it
Rolling
will
on tables
decide.
is so dumb.
Just like shoving gemstones and stuff. I just hand the bag to you. Like Markos isn't really that interested in looting. He's just like, sure, just put it in the bag, I suppose.
Yep. Boom.
As he like
Right.
I dunk it in.
like brushes Crucible dust off of the iron bands and like retracts them.
Like for a moment, you're like, this is dust. This was a person. He was an asshole, but a person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alrighty,
acid
is
dust.
Did
Is
it?
there anything else you would like to accomplish inside Crucible's home? Cicada has like gone back to the office to like figure out what the fuck to do. Yeah, is there anything else that you guys would like to do, investigate, or are you guys aware of the clock and ready to move on? Markos?
Aware of the clock and ready to move on. But I think, considering we've essentially just murdered the head of state of this small outpost, we should probably have a little bit of a chat.
Hey, we've murdered the head of state who was attempting to do a coup against the current head of state.
Yeah, to be
That's
fair,
right,
It was,
that's right.
It was the
Even
coup in
so-
progress that we stopped.
Let's put it this way, this is already like a not very stable political situation,
It
and
really
we've just come in
wasn't.
and assassinated a guy.
I mean, should we do it while we walk away from this place? Or not?
Well, do we want to get this underling, I suppose, of Crucible to like do anything, call off the hunt, delay it?
I mean,
Crucible is dead now, so he's not going to be leading them.
I'm
I
gonna
think you might overestimate my influence.
Yeah.
I can maybe smooth this over, maybe, but I don't know about the hunt. If the people will go, they'll go.
Yeah, I don't get this. I don't get the impression that this is the type of place that people can be swayed once they've made up their mind.
While we're going, I want to do a cheeky cure wounds on Marigold, please.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Thank you.
I'm gonna give you also a 10 points of healing with my healing touch.
Oh, you get another 15 from me. Not 15.
Nice.
That's not maths. 13.
13. Okay.
23. Flower can like step as you guys kind of like begin kind of like casting spells and stuff. Flower kind of comes toward them and like, all right, I sent off Kigo to go and hide back at my. I've got a small place near the outskirts of town where I keep my stuff.
Cool.
Is this a discussion we can have on the go? Because
Yes. My idea is I'll just cast.
Yeah.
Can we
Here.
can we just? Will it be safe to walk out of this man's front door?
well, no one's left yet, so
Fair.
no one will be aware. So the longer we stay here, the more chance someone comes knocking to organize hunt stuff. And he's had a few hours, and so I'm keen to get moving.
Yeah, that. Also, I might
And
just.
nobody's going to leave, right? And I look at the other Dow. Not for a little while, at least.
I've got so much paperwork to do.
Yeah.
It will take me a
know.
few hours at best to get through all of this nonsense. Tax returns.
Oh, Marcus,
Little
it's
sweeping.
fine. We'll put the alarm spell on the door as usual anyway, so we'll know if he does.
Fair enough. We should do that. I'm just gonna whisper. I can just immovable object the doorknob, so you can't eject him. Right, so you can't get out for like an hour. What do you think?
Good plan. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do
Let's
that.
go. Do that. Let's go.
We move out,
Right,
and
let's go.
and Andrew, if you allow it, I'll just cast immovable object on the
Absolutely.
doorknob.
On the doorknob.
Yeah, but as you close the door, you focus on its geometry, its position. You control the arcane in the door itself, locks in place. And you give it a good like shove, and there's no giving that door.
Nah, that's for 1 hour, so you can't leave for 1 hour.
And no one else can enter. Perfect.
Nope.
Are you guys following Glower and then getting on your way?
Yes.
All right. As you and you'll have your conversation as you do, but as you do so, the journey takes you down past like this crevice town in this crack in the rock that kind of scales both walls with walkways and bridges and staircases. You find your way down towards the bottom layers of it, and another kind of section of this crack that is this town descends kind of the opposite way to where you came in. You begin to see and hear more of the hubbub, the action, that energy rising as people get ready. There is an air of impending action as you see people sharpening weapons, some people loading bags and things, some people like going out for drinks to get hyped and ready. Glower kind of like waves at a few people that recognize him, and they're like, "Oh, are you coming?" It's like, no, not this time. No, we have a great time now. Good luck."
This time.
And he kind of no alarm. He leads you eventually into a very small like cave, essentially toward the outskirts, where he like pulls out what looks like a large chariot, a large kind of like back section with two large like steel wheels with like spikes and studs across the actual treads, and they link to, rather than like an actual girdle linkage to where a horse would be, looks kind of like a gyroscope. Like there are several like bands of brass with like runes across them that are like drifting and circling themselves. And Kigo, the Zorn, has climbed within this space and is like hovering in the center, a single eye open looking forward, and like floats around, and two arms go ready to pull. As you guys are traveling, is there anything else would like to talk about or do?
So, that was pretty cool. To be fair, we did what we set out to do, which was taking out the Zan, and also killing the dude, which I think is fine with me. But you know, we really killed him like bad.
Yep.
I think it's okay. We killed the guy. We got the slaves out. We did the thing. I just really hope we did not expend ourselves too much.
I agree. What time of day is it, Andrew?
There's no sun here.
I know, but how long ago was since like roughly?
The last
since...
time you rested was when you first got into the elemental plane. You left your resting place, encountered a small caravan, and spent a couple like an hour or so traveling to Stook, and then you had your day there of the festival, the announcement stuff, going about the place. I'm gonna say it's like early afternoon for you guys.
Early afternoon? Okay, we woke up pretty early.
As far as your sleep schedule goes, like.
Cool. Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If we, I kept the most important stuff in case we.
As did I.
I only used one wild shape, so I have all of my spells.
Are you feeling better though? You got hit pretty hard.
Yes, I'm feeling better. You guys have healed me up quite a bit.
That's fair.
And I took most of the damage in wolf form anyway, so, and I don't, retain that damage once I'm me again. So, but I have all of my healing spells available. If we have a minute or so before we go into any sort of fight with Isako, I would like to be able to, I can summon a fey creature, but it takes me a minute. It might be helpful to have around for a little bit in the fight, at least.
Okay, I have everything. I have everything I need to find our way to where we need to be and to get us out of here if that happens today.
That's great. Okay. I think we should just go as fast as we can. We locked the door, but I don't want to. I feel like the more distance we put between us and this town, the better.
Yes, I need 10 minutes to find out where we're going.
Cool.
And then we can leave.
All right. How long does it take Andrew to attune to something? An hour, right?
About a short rest.
Cool. Okay. All right. By the way, hydrate from Wilbur.
Of course, keep
Yeah,
it
of
course.
lubricated.
I'm actually gonna get water because I can feel my teeth rotting.
Yeah. Glauer, how are we gonna get? How are we gonna travel with your friend here? Are we gonna get on top of him? Where are we gonna go? Because I can see that's a thing with a form, but where are we?
You're right in the back, and as you tightening the straps and connections and linkages across this kind of gyroscope kind of
So cool.
holding apparatus for Kigo. Kigo's almost expands, and the bands of this gyro link up with the stone that is its mutable form, and it's like the actual front of the chariot is just now a bunch of self-growing, replicating stone legs.
I love it. So
With
cool.
the single eye at the front, which and looks towards you guys, blinks. It's
How fast is Kigo?
How
as
fast
you say
can
that,
you go?
you hear Glauer laughs and then repeats it in Terran, and a large toothy grin just opens up across Kigo's face.
Okay.
Body, it looks like with its one eye towards you, and a big smile opens up, and its little legs, its big rock legs, and pitter patter, and
It's
cute.
So cute.
It's got the tippy taps.
I guess
Ready to
that
get
was
zoomies.
I guess that was more of a DM question, just because I want to know if it's worth me riding alongside with Willow or putting Willow in the chariot with everyone else.
Posing this question to me and therefore the NPCs, Glauer describes that Kigo's method of transport and travel through this space is straight through the rock, and he opens up a tunnel just big enough for the chariot.
Oh, I love that.
Right. Okay.
Ooh, critical success been redeemed for Rowan
Just because
from Flankobama.
Thank
Willow
you.
had-
Flankobama.
because Willow has a
Flankobama.
speed of 40 feet, so
Yeah.
Kigo is a fairly speedy boy. I'd say
Only
20
40
feet, but 20 feet with a dash straight through rock is faster than you could go through a tunnel.
yeah. But if I'm going behind him, then
You're waiting for him to finish making the tunnel.
I guess-
The channel tunnel drills that go through.
Yeah.
You can run faster than that, but you can't run through a tunnel
Yeah.
it hasn't made yet.
Also,
Yeah.
I guess if you're running behind him, are you gonna be getting all of the rocks that have just been kicked up by this
Yeah.
thing pelting you?
So,
running when you're running behind a dog that's
I know.
digging in the... But yeah, I will, as conversations are happening, sit down in this alleyway, and I will begin to scry on the Zaratan of what I've heard about it from people, and having seen its likeness.
Mhm.
It has a +3 to the save.
Okay.
So it gets a +5 because I've only heard of it, but a -2 because I have its likeness.
Alright. As you take out your crystal ball, and as Glauer is ordering the rest of you around, go fetch this box, load this up, strap that down, kind of stuff. As he's getting ready to take off, you see Kigo is getting excited and ready to
So
go.
cute!
You focus on the crystal ball, and your vision is just taken by blackness, and there's nothing. And then it bursts out of this dark space that you see was inside the rock. And you see as the actual rock itself opens out into what for a moment almost looks like a desert, but it's actually just a gargantuan cavern of impossible size. And pulling its way through the rock, out of it, is this what looks like it's just the base of a massive stalagmite, but then just a section of its body just slowly pulling itself forward, perhaps 150 feet across. This just massive, it's a hill that is moving itself
Yeah.
through this space.
Andrew, I think
Yeah.
your microphone is on the mode where it only picks up speech because we didn't hear any of those sound effects.
was-
No.
It was just you
Silence.
silently moving.
I was gonna say, Andrew, your noise cancellation is your voice acting is so good. The noise cancellation thinks it's actually rocks.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Now we hear it.
Louder, maybe?
There you
Just
go.
like lean into the microphone.
Lean into the back. Scream it. Yeah, thank you.
There you go.
Yeah.
It was just you silently going
Yeah, that was very funny.
for like 2 seconds.
I love how we all looked at each other like, yeah, no.
Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna spend all of the 10 minutes that I have while I'm in this scry, like, doing as best as I can to get the environment that I'm seeing burned into my brain, and like, you know, there's a bit of light coming down from over here and it goes up higher here and everything like that. I'm just getting into my
Go ahead and
mind.
make a perception check for me.
That is a 29.
Damn.
It's alright. As you
son.
look and you focus, one, you get a very good mental image of this space. You also notice that this creature's not alone. There are other creatures, some of which seem to be like other animated segments of rock. Small flocks of mephits seem to be like circling around it. You see a small train, like 2 organized rows of humanoid creatures. You don't see exactly what or who they are, but like maybe like 2 dozen or so humanoid figures are like following this thing. You're gathering that this thing is not alone. While the hunt has maybe not begun from this particular town, others are flocking to this creature. Yeah. Sure.
Can I? Because in the gyroscope we're in, are we like just sitting down, right?
So it's like there is the chariot itself,
Yeah.
the linkage, and then the gyro where Kigo sits.
Cool. Okay.
The gyro is like the harness that the Zorn
Right.
sits in.
Okay.
Um,
So we're in the
as far as
chariots.
the chariot itself is actually like it's kind of the size of like a small like cart, like a horse and cart. It has these 2 like massive like spiked and studded metal wheels, and there's like Glower at this point is getting kind of ready to go. He like has oiled up the axles. He's kind of petted Kigo. He gets like a handful of like amethyst crystals from like a side saddle thing and like chucks it to the Zorn. There's like 3 mouths open, like
Oh,
Damn.
like, all right, if you've got ways to help us with a route, I think our boy's got a scent for him already.
and when I come out of my scry, I also have to take another casting time for a minute, and you see, I have to pull out the divinatory bones that I got from the kobold bone cellar, all those many sessions ago.
I think it's like chimera bones, aren't they?
They are, yeah, I think so. Because I have to use divinatory tools, and I will take a minute, and I will cast Find the Path on the location that I saw.
Alrighty. For those of you that have played Monster Hunter, you know when you track a monster and like the flies go blue and like
Yeah, Mr.
Kind of like,
World.
yeah.
for that. It's exactly that, but with like glowing spores that hang in the air that kind of swirl around and then go.
I got on my scout fly cage.
Oh yeah, you do.
Ah, so cute.
Scout flies.
This like cloud of blue flies flow around, and a bunch of them actually cling onto Kigo. And Hemlock, you get a sensation of your linkages, your telepathic connection. Part of it melds into this elemental.
I
that
can
is so
talk to
eager hunt.
Kigo.
And as you realize that your telepathy can speak to this creature as well, it seems to attune to the magic that you are wielding to hunt down this common prey that it is getting so excited to chase down. And the chariot begins to move. Like, without all of you guys on it, Kigo starts like pulling at it. Like, Glower's like holding it back a little bit, holding like the different the rings of the gyro to like hold him still. It's like, well, we've got a scent, we've got a direction, we've got a very eager old ride, so time to go.
Alright, let's head up.
Also, I will pass on to everyone exactly what I saw of like this thing is not alone. There are other things, both kind of humanoid and non-humanoid. Be ready for it, stuff like that.
Alrighty.
We got this.
And I am now concentrating on Find the Path. It can last for up to a day.
Perfect, okay.
Nice.
As you guys all get on and hold on tight to like the seats and the little kind of the railing at the side of this cart.
Very quick. I do know how far away it is.
Okay.
With Find the Path. I know how far away it is, and I know the direction it lies in. So how long will it take to get there? I suppose
That way, and let's say
6.832 kilometers.
it's a good few miles.
Okay.
With however fast Kigo might be, let's say a handful of hours. And you get an idea of, maybe it's quite far away with a couple hours, because as soon as you guys are all on and holding tight, Glower pulls a lever and the rings of the gyro begin to spin, and Kigo's arms begin like growing out as like the rings leave a gap, an arm appears, grasps the ground and yanks.
Oh,
and
God.
the chariot leaps forward and it just goes like this, like Sonic the Hedgehog of grey and brass, like tears ahead of you and just plows like down this tunnel that is like narrowing slightly, and you get a little bit claustrophobic and nervous as this rattling chariot of steel and brass and whirling elemental just blasts down this tunnel straight towards a wall of stone that is looming and looming, and you see Glower kind of like grin slightly, and Kigo accelerates, and the wall itself, like inches before you collide, the stone just moves to the side, and the chariot goes tearing through this tunnel, and it is just in an instant blackness and rushing stone. Like there's no rubble from it. This is not mining and chewing up the rock. It is forcing it to the side, and behind you can see an open, like perfect tunnel behind you. That is like occasionally like bits like kind of like from the ceiling, but ahead of you it is just a wall of like rushing stone and rock that changes in color and texture. Sometimes bits of like dirt and dust fall on you, patches of like beigey red clay and hard grey stone. A section opens up for a moment and you feel the gravity fall away from you as you've just left like the wall of an abyss, and it's just going.
God.
Wind rushes past you as you're flying through empty air.
It's
and
like
you
the
see the
core.
floor. You see the floor begin to rise up, glowing crystals and mushroom fields beneath, similar to when you descended into the Underdark. And as the floor comes, like a diver into water, just flows through it, and it is terrifying and really cool.
I'm using my telepathy to tell Kigo how cool she is.
Like, there is like this, you can't tell if it's just like the grinding of rock, but Marigold and Nute, you hear like in Terran, yeah, fuck yeah, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. All right, yeah, let's fucking go. Kigo is just like, it is
I don't know why, but that has exactly the same energy as Harry Potter Puppet Pals when he's like, Harry Potter, Harry Potter. Exactly the same energy.
Kigo's hunting. Kigo's hunting.
Yeah.
Kigo's hunting. Kigo's hunting.
Okay.
Yeah, and it is exactly like, for those of you that have like been around dogs trained to do something, like sheepdogs around a sheep, golden retrievers and labradors at a shoot, like, like you are trained to do a thing, bred to do a thing for their entire life, and then you blow that whistle and they go.
Yeah.
And it is nothing but, this is my life, this is my purpose, and I'm good at it, and it's just tearing through rock and ore and space, and it beelines, and that's why you're going through these like massive drops and dips. There's a section that opens up kind of wide, and you begin to this is not that massive cavern you saw, but you can see this like pockets within the stone are beginning to grow like this. You see like networks of tunnels that you kind of appear in, glimpse for a second, and then are past. In a moment, you like jolt to a slow and then to a stop. Kigo like skids to a halt within a narrow tunnel, and immediately you can like, those of you that can speak Terran or just see the creature, it immediately is trembling. There is a pause to it. Its eye like opens up on one side of it, closes, opens up on another side of it. And Marigold and Nute, you understand in Terran like a no, something. In Glower also immediately like, hold on, I guess. Kind of vaults across the side of the chariot, and it undoes one of the bands of the gyro. Like, pats Kigo, like, feeds him some crystals, says, go hide. And Kigo immediately, like, scampers and disappears into the wall of the chamber. Ashura?
Quick question. How long has it been since we left the Snoogu?
So, travel time for now, I'm going to say it's been, like, 2 hours.
Cool. Can we have had a short rest in the meantime?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. It's been an exciting short rest, but it's been a short rest.
I'm assuming that I can't have taken that short rest as I've been concentrating on a spell.
I don't think concentrating on a spell actually stops you from taking a short rest.
I don't think
Okay.
so.
I don't think it does.
That'd be weird,
You're gonna-
to be fair. That'd be weird.
Yeah, I think you can have had a short rest.
Nice.
Alrighty. Spent a couple of hit
As
die.
you look around, you're in a chamber that like splits into two, and you can see there's like one chamber with like a center like pillar in the middle. Kigo dives into the rock and like kicks the floor around as she goes, and you see like a small cave-in collapses behind her, and she vanishes from sight. Glower kind of backs up towards you guys, like something's got us spooked.
I can see that.
Any idea what?
As you
Primeval
say
awareness?
that, go for it.
Primeval awareness.
Every time Markos
remind
do
me-
it, I do Divine Sense too, just to feel useful. Yeah, I
No,
can
it's
do
fine
it.
because it's like long range scan and short range scan, right?
True.
Yeah.
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 It's a boat.
Remind me real quick what it was.
1 mile, Fey, Fiend, Celestial, Undead, Elemental.
And 60 feet.
What's
Elemental,
around?
elemental,
Everywhere. Yeah.
undead, fey.
There's
As
everybody.
Markos places his hand to the ground,
Found some friends.
as Markos places his hand to the ground, and you focus on the natural energy and magic flowing through the space, a small bird
Fucking birds!
down the blackness of the tunnel,
Fucking birds! I knew
It's
it
the
was
Crow
her.
Witch.
I knew it.
and then another one,
It's the Crow Witch. I know it.
Oh,
It's the
shit!
fucking Crow Witch.
and what quickly flows into a
Fucking do it.
flock
I
of
fucking knew it.
starling rushes through the darkness, filling the entire chamber with the sound of flapping wings and chirping.
No!
There is a
Fucking
faintest.
I knew it. It's her. I knew it.
Guys, just let Andrew speak.
A second voice echoes from this throng of feathers. You've reached the end of the line, Soulguard. You're out of warnings. And as the feathers begin to funnel into a small tornado in front of you,
Get it.
they burst into 3 large creatures, wide split-toothed maws, kind of narrow, angry, hungry eyes tilted at the edges in a smile. A collar mane of starling black and green feathers and torn up draconic wings. Coiling tails sprouting with horrible jagged spikes as 3 separate manticores burst from this tornado of feathers. One paces to the left, one to the right. And behind the center one steps out a familiar figure.
Oh.
Black plate armor, dressed
I'ma
with
fuck him
sashes
up.
of silver, grey, and black. Silver hair cut into a sharp bob. He looks towards all of you. The Death Knight, Isako Nighthand. He steps a little closer, takes off his hip a blade that is barely a blade. You see a longsword that is essentially a row of vertebrae with jagged spines and spikes reaching from the end of each one, narrowing to a vicious point at the end. You see the kind of hollow greenish glow in the base of his eyes betwixt his steel helm that kind of... It's more like a steel mask that covers up most of his face but lets his hair still do its thing. He ignites in his offhand a roiling ball of black flame, and smoke and sparks begin to from his other hand. No more trading smart words and quick tongues. He raises the sword to each of you. Time to die. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh my fuck!
Is this guy like shot exclusively at Hot Topic?
Yeah.
Yes!
Yes! I'ma fuck him up so good.
He's like
He's a goth
weeb. He's like every original character I made when I was 11.
Yeah,
I'm not criticizing Andrew here.
But see, he's a drow, he's a goth weeb, I'm a himbo weeb. We can't live together, okay? I gotta fuck him up.
Guys, his favorite anime is Tokyo Ghoul. We're
Yeah,
not
it
gonna...
has to. It has to. It has to.
That's great. I love it. I love
Oh my
it so
God,
much.
I'm-
I love
As
the
someone who
over-the-top
begrudgingly
goth.
watched all of Tokyo Ghoul.
I mean, look, we made Hikari be this kind of weeby culture, and he's a fucking samurai death knight. Like,
Yeah.
but
Markos goes
you
up
haven't
and
seen
goes
this
like
sword yet.
No,
It's the-
goes like
We have.
with
It's
his
right
lip
there.
rings, you know.
It's
I
like-
won't let him
so
use it, Andrew.
The two that we've got Isako and then the bird witch, whose name we don't know, but we have met her before.
Yeah, the
I
the
think-
crow witch.
I think you do know her name.
Do we know
I
her
think
name?
Yeah, we do.
I might have said it when, like, in character you don't.
Last
But-
time it was because she was here and she was 3 Displacer Beasts last time.
Yeah,
so
she did. I remember, I remember, like, I thought about her when they flocked in the house.
Ophelia. Her name's
Ophelia,
Ophelia.
that's right. What's
I
the full
found
name?
it. Her name is Ophelia.
Oh, isn't
Ophelia, the Twilight Witch.
that's
the
right, the
Twilight
Twilight
Witch,
Witch.
that's
The
her
Twilight
name.
Witch. That's right.
Ophelia?
Yeah.
How do you know
Ophelia, Ophelia, the Twilight bitch, more like.
Oh my god.
Now,
Boom, boom, boom.
I have been fantasizing and cinematically narrating this fight for like a month, so I'm shaking. I'm like,
I am going to fuck them up
Right, as
so
soon as we get
good.
to the next session, Wall of Stone and we run away, yeah?
Yeah, of course, of course, of course. You think I'm gonna
so
spend?
excited for this fight, but I don't want to like start it with like 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good
yeah.
idea. Very
Shit
good idea.
coming. So what I will do here, I know we're a fraction early, but we're going to call it there because I like this moment. And next Thursday here on Chasing Tales, we will get into what is the first face-off to the death with Kaiser's lieutenants
Yeah.
that you guys have ever had. Like, you've bumped into Isako in like a... Or You've bumped into Ophelia as she was guarding the crystal within the Titan.
Hey,
Yeah.
we killed Hyro the Ritual Master. He's dead.
Did we?
He wasn't a
When?
lieutenant though.
That was not a
And
lieutenant.
To be fair, we did have a face-off to the death. It was my death, and it wasn't
That's valid.
permanent.
That's right. That's right. That's
Valid.
true.
Valid.
But she was in front of
But
us.
yeah, but now you have Ophelia and Isako,
I'm
an
gonna.
archdruid of like literally like an Eladrin archdruid and a Death Knight.
That's so good.
Fuck
That's
up
so
these
good.
witches.
We're gonna fuck them up so good. I've been planning the fight against Iseko for like ages. In my head, everything I have is to fuck him up.
Well,
God.
you're gonna get the chance.
Also,
For everyone that
guys,
has joined us, Maggie,
Doesn't look like I'm gonna have time to conjure a fae, huh?
Nah, dude. Or maybe
also,
they're like.
Kigo is the cutest thing I've ever created.
Kigo
Yeah,
is
Kigo
the
is very cute.
best. I love Kigo.
I love Kiko.
Maybe
So-
maybe they're like
I know
300
exactly what-
feet away, you know? Because 300 feet away, it's not that big. They can just be like cowboys and be like, "Hello, you know, this town is too small for the both of us."
I don't think they're gonna give me 1 minute to conjure a
love-
fae.
I love the like the starlings and the birds and shit were like around, but like enough to make you suspicious, but not enough that it was like, oh yeah, it's this person. It's like, oh.
Yeah, I thought about it in the house. I thought about it
Yeah.
because you said a bird, and I was like, "What birds? Birds, crows?" But it's not. It's a songbird. It's not a crow. And yeah,
It's a bitch. All right.
it's a bitch.
So, for those of you that joined us through raids, through joining us for the first time, thank you so much for coming here, for raiding, for arriving, for sticking with us. Welcome. We play D&D every Thursday here on Alexandre. This is my homebrew creation, a homebrew setting and campaign in Evantos. And if you had fun, great. That's wonderful. Thanks. And I hope you come
Nice.
back. If you want to come back and keep up to date with us, the best place to do so is Twitter. We're all very active there over at Chasing Tales RPG. Follow us here and stuff, and you'll get all those sweet notifications. We also do a bunch of other shit, which I will leave to, I think, Meg to go through, because my little goldfish brain can't handle it all. So I will leave it with just saying thank you for joining us, for returning to us if you've been here before, for coming new, and I hope you enjoyed for those of you that are brand new. I think that's about it from me, apart from another thank you to Hydrate, of course. Thank you to the Cognitive Merchant, wonderful creators of leather and vegan leather, dice bags, dice cups, TTRPG accessories, and wonderful things. They have a sale on their Etsy store. You need to go take advantage of that because their stuff is really, really great. Yeah, go do that. Like, it's really good shit. It's a great It's a great price already and on sale. You're just stupid if you don't. So go get yourself some cool shit. Thank you to Sword Coast Soundscapes for providing great ambience music, which has been in the background of us, and of course Kevin MacLeod for hosting the entirety of music for the entire tabletop community of the planet.
Insane.
That's all of my shit done. Thank you for 1,000 followers. We love you. We'll see you guys next Thursday. For everything else that's going on here, because we do shitloads of Chasing Tales, Meg.
Hey,
fill in the gap.
it's me, your
It's you.
weekly shout out bitch. Not this week. So if you guys normally tune into Kilter Cajuns channel on Team of Annihilation, that is not happening this week. Just so you know. Obviously, we will, as always, be continuing our Cyberpunk Red campaign on Sunday. That is at 5 p.m.
Just a point on that. It might not actually be going on this Sunday because our wonderful GM Jack is moving house, and I don't think we'll have internet at the time.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
So we'll keep you posted.
So
if
it
anything else is gonna happen.
might or might not be happening. Keep an eye on our Twitter. And then that's everything for us because we don't have a mini Arc Monday next week. But for guest spots, again, Kill Two Cajuns Tomb of Annihilation game is not happening tomorrow. On Sunday evening, after what might still be a Cyberpunk game, Prue and I are going to be over on the lovely GM Hina's channel, playing some thirsty sword lesbians.
Yes, it's such a good game. It's such a good game.
It's part of Hina's incredible charity fundraising streaming weekend that she's doing. It's going to be really, really cool. Join us. It's going to be at 8 p.m. GMT. And then on Tuesdays, Peru plays in Rogue Trader over on Witch and Craft, who are our lovely friends. And that is running at 9 p.m. GMT on Tuesdays. And then on Wednesdays, also on Witch and Craft, Andrew and Rowan are in Ravnica, which is getting very dramatic. So, as Witch and Craft games usually do. So that is.
I don't know the references to.
It's just me and Andrew just there this is a magic thing. Okay.
Never played Magic the Gathering. Never been in Ravnica before. Very clueless.
But it's very fantasy, not quite D&D, a bit of Magic the Gathering stuff. So that is at 9 p.m. on Wednesdays.
Last session, I got to ride a giant frog that was turning other people into smaller frogs.
Sure.
And I believe that is all of the guest spots that we have coming up.
I have one little thing. One very little thing that has been released yesterday, not a live stream thing, it's a podcast thing.
Goblets and Gaze.
Yesterday, Goblets and Gaze released episode 1 of their Monster of the Week mini arc that myself and Prue did with Aubrey from Goblets and Gaze GMing, and then we had Josh and Alicia from Dice and a Slice, and Taylor and Dick from Backwater Bastards. And we did episode 1 of that 1930s movie bonanza. Monster of the Week got released yesterday. Episode 2 is getting released very soon, I think. It was potentially the most I've ever laughed in a TTRPG ever. Please go listen to it. Goblets and Gaze are amazing. That game was amazing. That's all.
I think that's it for our regular spots and things. A bit of a more forward-looking one in a couple weeks. On I believe March 13th, I will be over on Nat 1 Fun playing Cyberpunk for the first time and only time. It's a one shot with those wonderful group of people. Aside from that,
I was gonna raid.
Oh yeah. I think that does it for us. So I think let's find somebody.
I've got questing. I've got questing time V. I'm putting it on. Nope,
Dungeon
invalid
Master.
name. Damn it.
Dungeon Master is live. Matt is
Dungeon
live.
I had someone
Where are we
already.
going?
Do I have to put the brackets on the name?
You just do /raid space and then the name.
Yeah, I know, but questing time. Oh, I think it's questing time. Yes. Okay, cool.
are we going over to, Alex?
Questing time.
Questing time.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go give them that fucking
Let's go.
shitty love
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
Go
Thank
give
you for
him some
joining us,
love.
everybody.
All right.
Hope
You
you
all
guys had a good
ready?
time.
3, 2, 1.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Billy.
Good night, everybody.
Laters.